Did it
Didn't
work?
change.
that work?
It did. I did the recording and it worked just fine.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
So normally that means the capture is off either with Zoom or with Streamlabs. Both of them were set to system default, and system default was set to the only drivers I allow for just this bullshit. So, well, thank you, Rem, because otherwise I would have just recorded this whole entire fucking 4 hours, and you guys have been like...
Like that one time where you were like...
That happened once! I was so mad!
D&D Technical Difficulties Part 2.
Yeah.
The
chat area? I use Chatty, honestly. Now I'm listening to myself talk. I
mean, that's not fun for you?
Not when I'm trying to listen to you guys. Otherwise, the sound of my voice is magical. Slightly squeaky. But let's not do that for 4 hours. No, we all get to be an ass together. We'll be a collective.
So instead of one cheek.
That's right. You're like a Hydra. A Hydra ass. Hydra ass.
Oh my
I don't
God.
want to fight that.
Cut off one, 2 more grow back.
All
Well,
right.
at least it's not such a Tarask. It's
not. So to recap, our first trivia question was the name of the fortune teller, which Dahlia got correct. Esmada Makala. All right, person that's banned from this trivia question, as like our first 30 minutes is just technical difficulties and trivia.
Woo!
Dahlia can't answer this. What is the name of Dahlia's sister? All right, so I see Nas with a 7.
Iris?
Iris is correct for 25 points.
Yeah.
For absolutely nothing. What happens to poor little Iris?
Oh.
Gig diddly done consumed her, kinda, sorta, but then it was like, I'm gonna use her body for a while, but then it's just like, you know what, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
And it just crumpled her up like paper. And now her soul is lost in the immaterial.
Now she's a man.
Nas went like great detail. It's like, and then you just puree it for a little bit and let it simmer.
You gotta get that flavor.
Gotta get that flavor. Gotta get
You
that
gotta
parkour.
you gotta let the torments just marinate for a few thousand years. It's fine.
Good. Oh, that's a good one. So high points, and anyone wins this. Probably only the old ones might get this. How long has that happened then? How long has Gig been using Iris's body? 3.
I mean, she's gonna.
Is that? All right, I need a separate.
It's the number closest to the enter button.
I'm gonna just do this so I can segment that shit.
Mine is the key closest to the enter button.
So I'm gonna assume that was Dahlia with 3.
It was, yeah.
So how long? Give your estimate.
It would now be 10 years because her sister would have been thrown off a cliff at age 10, and she would be 20 years old now.
Yeah. So
that was gonna be my guess too. Good.
Well,
it was 300.
So inspiration for that follow up. So yeah, so Gig's been wearing Dahlia's sister's body for about 10 years. Let that sink in.
Was there a reason?
Did you ask?
To be a dick.
I
You did
mean,
not ask.
I mean, it's Gig.
no, I was.
What do you expect?
like out of character. Was there a reason? Yes, there was a reason. The next trivia question is.
I figured like Dahlia knew, like Dahlia, like.
No, Dahlia does not know. Stephanie does. Dahlia does not.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
Stephanie knows the answer. Dahlia does not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deal fair in the card. All right. Io, you were banned from this one.
Always.
What is the name of Iolanthi's brothers?
Well-
Orion.
Darn it.
Willis and Ty.
That's right, 25 points. Which one's older?
Ooh.
Ty.
Hey, Ty. I was
Sorry.
gonna say that actually. I actually was, but you know.
Yep. Well, now you can't tell. we lost. Like we have Nas's head now in shame.
Sorry.
We still just have the top of your head. It's like hang your head in shame. All right. Well, here's your second follow up. What happened to Willis?
He's in the stone. Like at the mansion, he's just in this. He was killed in the fire of the mansion.
Can I do
right?
the follow up?
So I'll give you inspiration for the fact that he is in a stone. Yes.
Yeah, he's the
up.
stone statue in the library area.
Correct. He is in a. Would you like to follow up that one? Hell yeah.
I just want to like kind of explain why he's in a stone, other than he died.
He did not die in the fire, by the way.
Not
Yeah, he did
die-
not die in
he
the
did not
fire.
die in the fire.
Couldn't remember exactly how he died.
I don't think we really talked about it, but
That's probably why.
so where he is, it's a very important place for like the battle. It's like the
Ooh. Do you not remember?
no, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. And
I
I'm
know. It's gonna
failing.
be a trivia question in a second if you can't remember.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, so the basics that I do know is that the statue needs to stay preserved. If it falls, then basically our side, the Crystal Heart side, falls with it. So he sacrificed himself to help preserve and protect that area, specifically that tower.
All right, trivia question.
Yep, can't remember what it's called, and I feel real bad.
What's the name of the tower in relation to that?
Nah.
Now I'll put a little divider because I can never fucking tell. All right, after that asterisk. This is worth 100 points.
Wait, where are my notes?
Super obscure. Everyone should know it. Everyone should know super obscure. I guess that's why it's trivia, right?
It's a chess piece thing.
It's a chess piece thing. You're not wrong.
Is it a king? Is there king?
The rook.
Got a very specific name.
Are we just naming?
This throwing things out there. Is it the stone?
Yeah.
Is it the stone page? Is it the page stone king?
Could be.
Listen, the rook sounds like it could be a tower name.
That's true.
Wait, what was the question?
I said it.
The
What is
question.
the name of the tower?
Yeah. Io said that
No,
it is
Stephanie
a
looks super excited.
piece
So
of.
I just
it.
remembered where it is, but I don't.
The
know
name of the
how to
tower?
find The bookmark.
Aight,
Oh no.
we got the countdown. We got
No, I'm not gonna
10.
make a countdown.
9,
Tower.
5.
Like,
Poor thing.
What?
Juggernaut?
Juggernaut?
What?
no, that's
Bitches?
a roll. That's a different.
Alright, the
Oh.
answer. Buzzer. Juggernaut, bitches. That's cool, Dons. The answer is the King's Piece.
So I was.
You were so close, yeah. I was gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that regardless, so.
Because you weren't there for it. Half of this is because
Yeah,
you.
it's like it's one of those that we're never going to get.
But don't worry, it might come up in trivia again. So if you're taking notes. So yes, it's in key importance. That thing falls. It's not gonna matter. I'll do a follow-up. Why is it so important? Other than its fucking name.
I know.
I know.
Dahlia.
It's where your dragon ancestor left the world.
Yeah,
Correct.
As in died or like?
Left the
Left-
plane.
The world.
left.
Plane.
Oh, okay.
That's all. That's all. I'm like left the world.
It took
Much like the water temple, it is the connection into the plane. So, if it falls, they can't help you.
Yep, and we're shit out of luck.
You shut up. Well, you're at the very least. What is it? Undermanned and underpowered?
Crying on the
You're already
inside and the
undermanned and
outside.
Does the guardian ancestor have a name, or is it just the guardian?
Targaryen.
Targaryen.
It's
Okay,
where the
so-
last
Ooh,
name came from.
that's a great. You know what? You already have inspiration, Orion, so I can't give it to you. But that's a great trivia question. What is? Wait, let me put a little asterisk here.
Didn't we just say it though?
Yeah.
Nope. You got it
Oh,
wrong.
that's no.
What's the
it's
name
where
of
your
the
last name
ancestors?
came
What's
from.
the name of the ancestor? So Nozdam has it with 7.
Targ?
Oh,
Targ.
is it not me with the thing?
No,
Yeah,
I see.
no, no,
I see asterisk 7 thing and 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nas.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Negative.
Mine chose a different order. I don't know why. but it
Targ.
chose me first.
The why not?
Targ. It is not
Yeah, it's Targ. not
Targaryen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Targ was the name of the dragon. Yes.
Uh huh.
Yo, Greg, you have a
What?
question? Oh, you have a question? You're just like, aha! Like a shield. Okay. I feel like this one is just more of a player knowledge thing, but it's a trivia question. And here's my asterisk. What item is required to cast Revivify? Holy fuck, everybody. Frungi.
That would be a diamond's worth 300 gold.
Correct.
Me.
25
Well,
points.
we are now very aware, extra aware.
and magic.
Having 300 gold does not mean you have a 300 gold diamond. You will need to buy those.
Apparently, a
I
diamond
learned
worth
that the hard way.
300 is also not
Right.
applicable.
Unless you have Agma Guy.
Unless you have an Agma guy.
Oh!
Oh!
Inspiration?
Maybe.
A rock also.
How about
works.
this? You're simply inspiring, Connor. I mean, isn't that better?
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay. All right. So, final trivia question. Then we'll go into recap. Clear asterisk. What's in the tomb? Io with a 0.
So, I thought I knew what I was going to say, and then I forgot what I was going to say. So
Horrible.
I'm going to give this to Frungi to take it, because I'm like, there's a person.
All right, it's the third knight who fought against the people who were attacking them, who eventually, he got actually everybody to fight with him.
Interesting. That is incorrect.
Oh.
Next one would be Orion.
Nah, I'm gonna pass it up. I was gonna make a joke and just say the people.
Good. Just the people.
Is that really what you're going with?
That's my answer. Yeah, Tomb of the People.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, that is the name of it.
I'm
not wrong.
So, all I'm going to say is this. Orion, 50 points of experience. So, to recap,
Hey.
the as far as major events have gone, not a whole lot. The party got together at the Targaryen Manor about 2 or so days ago. A very call to arms. You guys got together. I don't know if the Shaky Alliance is the best way to put it. Farron had been gone for quite some time. Had it out with Dahlia since they had a history. Which Farron was like, whatevs. Frungi was there primarily due to a brothel incident with Iolanthe. Which Iolanthe wholeheartedly does not know what the fuck he's talking about.
No ideas.
Iolanthe is getting the Mass Effect 2 like mental stress of trying to save the world and not getting a whole lot of support, so she's like fraying at the edges.
And then the guy's like, what about my brothel though? She's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, she is the a charismatic sorceress with a lineage required to clean up some cosmic messes. Orion's an old man who was there at the request of someone he met previously in the last campaign. You should go ahead and check that. That Slayer's Anonymous. And Nas, Nas is pretty much your extra player mysterious bard. Full of allure, and he's there simply to pledge himself to Iolanthe. Since then, they have gone at the request of Clyde, a member of the Candles and Intelligence Wing, with the party has some history with, to go check out this site, Tomb of the People, of which they arrived, shot somebody, and most of the people they attacked fled, with the exception of one that they killed, and one that they captured. Oh no, 2 that they captured. Yeah, 2 that you captured. At which point, Dahlia stabbed Gig a number of times, was thrown in the air, very high, and then gravity did the rest. Which leads us to what present day and present time will be. Now, before we roll into in character, I have dealt you all cards. This is a fantastic idea that I am absolutely saying that I'm stealing from Remco, and I believe Talk Crits. He talked about it there too, so I highly recommend going checking that out. And that at the start of every session, we're going to give you small opportunities to develop your character and talk about them. It can be in campsites to talk about yourselves and these things, or prefer showing it through actions. Currently, the dex is a very generic poker deck. We're going to reskin these so they're a little easier to read, but I'm going to walk through them all with you. So it's public knowledge, as you guys should be using these to help tee each other up, to talk about them and develop your characters. Thank you, Crit Chat. So the first one card is the 4 of Diamonds on Nas. Yep, check the link in chat. SoundCloud, meow. Meow. Alright, 4 of Diamonds. Nas, your thing this session is to show what you believe makes you successful. Dahlia, yours is the 2 of Hearts. Shame. Oh. Again, here to be an ass for 4 hours. Shameless plugs, 4 days. 2 of Hearts. Dahlia, yours is have you ever had a pet? If not, what is one pet you've always wanted?
It's come up before.
It's come up before.
Players in this campaign know the answer to that.
Io, as you were, both of you are like on the ground, like just trying to survive. Here's the 4 of hearts. What is your favorite color, food, or drink?
Good.
And you are quite spoiled, so it might be pretty revealing. You are quite the princess of the group. Farron.
I literally were okay. Yep.
Oh, since we just got yours, I didn't even know what this was until I just saw it. Farron, yours is the 2 of clubs. What is the worst thing that has ever happened to you?
I can't remember.
Can you get inspiration for that?
Right. Orion, this is, again, clubs are generally the aggressive, sad ones. You have a 5 of clubs. How do you cope with anger or loss?
Not well.
Brungi, yours is an 8 of clubs. Do you tend to argue with people, or do you avoid conflict?
Okay.
Oh, we already know that one.
Yeah, we're going to see that very easily.
Wait, do you have a what with people?
Huh?
I didn't hear the beginning of it.
Oh, 8. What's that?
Sorry.
Do you tend to argue with people or avoid conflict, is Frungi's.
Okay.
Right. So we'll give this trial out for about, say, 3 or 4 sessions. There's some ideas for it. So, there are your cards. There is your recap. We will start back up. It is currently raining down still. Blood just dripping off of the now reformed mess that is Dahlia and Io.
We're just like, that's nice.
Well, welcome back to the Aurora Adventures, guys.
Unconscious.
Also, yeah, new picture.
All right, yeah, we have your new token.
Well, we didn't get a new token in time.
Yeah, it doesn't have a new token. So
Just the new picture,
yeah.
which you can click on her
It's
to
on my
see.
character sheet.
Yes. Anton stream.
Ooh, hello. That's me.
That's you. Welcome, guys. You're now in character.
All right.
Get on my horse.
You're. You can't move.
I'd like someone.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Didn't we put you guys on your horses last session?
Yeah.
In case we opened the sarcophagus and it blew up. You guys had to run away.
I'm gonna be laying on Maximus, just hugging his neck. Be like, this is right. This feels
So,
like where I
Slumped
wanna
over a
be.
horse asleep.
I mean, like, yeah, a horse isn't a bed-like surface, so he's.
Right, yeah, no, it's the most awkward thing. Like she's sitting on the saddle, and just like her body's moving forward. She's like, yes,
Got you. So you're putting like a Wesley?
yes.
I got it. As you wish. All right. I was
Nas.
literally on her high horse.
Like, y'all can get me off my high horse.
What are you doing with Dahlia? Dahlia is in a similar fucked up situation.
Dahlia is on a different horse.
On a different
Yeah.
horse.
Not-
on her
not
low
as high of a
horse.
horse.
I'm on my other horse, and I'm sitting on it, and then I'm just slumped down on top of it, asleep.
We're doing like the same. We got the really good poses here. We're just like,
Yep.
this horse.
Good.
Nas, you wanted to try something with the orbs, right?
Yeah. I wanted to. Okay, first I'm gonna go over to the guys that we have captured and take their supplies.
Done.
And the supplies they use to drain the magic's sap from the orbs.
Oh yeah, it's still pouring.
It is.
Yeah, like, it's pouring
It's
out.
been all 30 minutes. It's still raining.
Yeah.
And it is a tube and a valve, right?
Correct.
Tube and a valve.
So, picture this.
Yeah.
You have a large. Think of a. Start imagining a beach ball. Now inflate that thing to its very Atlas Shrugs thing. That's the size of these orbs. And in these orbs, with the thin, gelatin-like membranes that they are, is pierced through it, the size of a large bamboo shoot, with a valve at the end. These things at one point held a liquid. You can see now that they are quite devoid, pretty much fully tapped.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk to the orb. I'm gonna walk towards the orb right here.
Okay, so you just swim over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to yell over to Orion and Frungi. I think that we can refill this, but it might take some time. If we refill it, then it will replenish itself naturally.
All right. So I'll go over there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, me too.
Yeah. So we want to refill it. Do we know what it does that we're refilling?
It is
I
sacred
feel
to
like
the,
this is important.
it is sacred to the Fae, and as far as we know, well, as far as I know, it's sacred to the Fae, and we shouldn't be messing with things that we don't really have control over. So we should probably just put it back to the way it was, because we have no idea what it does. And as far as we know, nothing bad has happened. And these mercenaries, no offense to them, they pretty much just mess with nature. So I'd rather preserve that.
Goldstein does like to fuck with nature. Iolantha yells from her horse.
Let's just look face down.
Come on, nature.
So we should probably just refill these. And
We do know the gig was here. I feel like that is also an important note because it definitely felt like she was stalling.
I haven't been here for a while, but based on what Iolantha and Dahlia's exchange between them was, I would assume Gig was just there to
Stall.
Not
Gig really
st-
just kind
stall.
of a
not
dick.
stall, just annoy us, just
Being,
I
being as powerful as Gig just show up to fuck with you.
mean, you do get bored after a few centuries, Orion.
Meanwhile,
Speak-
how
yeah.
how
Speaking
old
of-
is Orion again? How old is Orion?
27.
There you go.
I mean, have you not been
think-
bored in all of your years?
Yes, but if I were an all-powerful being, I wouldn't spend my boredom fucking with random adventurers.
Well, we're not really random, seeing as Iolantha is very important to the entire dichotomy of this world, apparently.
Ooh.
This is true. I just don't know. I
You
think
don't-
it's a risk to assume that she was just here to mess
He.
with them. He. It's
It.
just
It's-
let's
Great
just
gender.
not get into that.
I understand, friend. I understand. But seeing as how things have been broken by man, let us not fix it by man's hands.
Regardless of the gender pirate, which someone at some point will need to explain what in the righteous fuck that was.
I can explain.
If we
it.
don't know what this liquid does in these orbs, we don't know what it'll do. I say, by all means, we should fuck around with it. As a matter of principle. I've got to meet brewer supplies here. I figure I can finagle a way to shove it in. I'm all about sticking this fluid in and sealing it up.
It's like the phrase.
That would be better. Oh my gosh! I just realized I was
Gender
not doing
pirate?
the voice the entire time.
You weren't.
Yeah, I was
Oh no!
Please do.
End game, Nas.
Oh,
You're-
sorry. Well, let us continue. Yes.
The DM is quite amused.
And so I will place the nozzle into the part where it has been shattered. Well, slightly shattered to allow the liquid to
Wait,
flow
is
back
it
in.
is it still punctured or is it not?
Still punctured. Still tapped.
Okay.
Before
put-
they do that, can I walk back to the sarcophagus and watch it and see if anything changes?
Orion, you do you, bud. You absolutely
I'm gonna
can.
do that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna start watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And the statue.
All right. So if this is to tap it, I figure like a siphon would work better. So I'm gonna use my brewer's tools to try to get like a funnel and like a tube in to pour back.
Okay.
And I
Go ahead
will
and make
begin
it.
to do the thing. Just turn the valve the other way, so then they will flow into the orb.
All right. So do a tool check. Frugi
Oh.
with advantage.
Like
All
Fruity
right.
is
How often
exclusively
do
set up
people
for this
actually find a
situation.
way?
What's up,
Yeah,
Orion?
how often do people find a way to actually use brewer supplies?
I
They
mean,
didn't have
I
to-
can't speak for every DM, but I am pretty heavy on you using your tools and toolkits.
All right. Let me figure out where this is.
You guys made characters to flavor it up. I'll find a way for you to use your fucking tools.
Okay. Let me figure out where that is on my character sheet.
It should be the lower left.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Like,
And
what?
brav fucking oh, buddy. So
You critted that.
yeah, you do it perfectly. Like air sealed. Yeah,
Mhm.
it is glorious. You won't waste a single goddamn drop. So how much are you putting back into the orb?
1 vial.
1 vial? I mean,
Is that it?
1 vial for now,
okay.
right? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
So, go ahead and do a nature check, Nas, to figure out how you feel that's going to go.
Alrighty. Nature, nature, nature.
Yeah, you feel that 1's going to be too insufficient. You're going to at least need to drop in 2.
Froggy, 1 more.
Aye. Another check.
Nope, you critted. You're good.
Cool.
Airsight
Yes.
teal. Just,
Sorry.
no, you're good. Go ahead.
As Froggy is working, I will pat him on his back. So, my dwarven friend, tell me about your life prior to your Hall of Glory being destroyed. So very, very
Never gonna get old.
Again, I do apologize for your great loss. I'm sure the souls inside were craving to be saved, one way or another.
These guys are working together on the tubes.
It's a shame. It will never be a coal so glorious again.
Do not think so poorly, my friend. Surely you can build another with large hands and skill with a few tools. I'm sure you create one.
What am I gonna do? Make a brothel out of metal? That's what I
mean,
work with.
It's
Actually, that sounds like a. You may be onto something.
Oh my god. Fergie, you should get inspiration for being inspired.
My thank you.
Literal inspiration. Just.
Before this, I was a wanderer. I delivered my message of dwarvenness to all who need hear it, which is everybody.
Even dwarves.
Especially.
Them
dwarves.
least of all. But I mean, what are you? Out of character, you an elf?
Half.
Yeah, half elf. But those who are less dwarvish gain the most from his teachings. I mean, it's not your fault you were born half an elf and half a human, but I will hold that against you at times.
And that tome you hold by your waist, the
The
What do you call it?
extreme teen tome of Mathamar doings.
Ah, yes. May I see it?
There's much wisdom inside. Hand it
I
over.
will take it and just skim through the pages, noticing about how it promotes being free and doing what you want, and I will close it. My friend, with due respect, I find this tome to be enlightening to others except myself, and I will hand it back. But you see,
You gave like Hustler to Picasso.
Well, you are entitled to your own opinion, however wrong it may be.
yes, I am entitled to my opinions. However, seeing as you are someone who holds freedom to their most highest aspects, I would assume for a dwarf so short of size, I would think that you would realize that someone of my caliber would be more free-flowing. Like the wind, I cannot be contained by sheer values. And I do not stand nor take kindly to people with the hint of racism. But you are not racist. No, if you were, you would realize to cut your tongue. For racism is a very bad trait to have in the world that you see as being so free and needing the enlightenment of Mathamar doing, no matter how extreme such a tome may be, even for adolescents such as myself. Oh, but I speak too much. I'm 100 now. And how old are you?
42. A babby by dwarven standards.
So, a child holds a teen tome. How ironic.
I'll grow into it.
I'm sure you will. Mentally, of course. Not to discourage your height.
Water off a duck's back there.
with the water.
Water off a dork's back.
But, I speak too much. Frungi, I
I
do appreciate your help.
that little ditty you played earlier sounded very pretty and everything, but don't you know any proper dwarven songs?
I will start plucking
No
Hall the
harvest.
Mountain King.
Good. Okay. You finish
Does
up.
this-
You finish up the orb. That thing's fucking
Okay.
done.
Don't I need to use mending to repair the hole?
I assume that you're using mending as cantrips to help
Yeah.
along the way. Yeah. Okay, so that orb is taken care of. You can also taken care of the second one, given all that repertoire. So at this point, the orbs would have been completed. I would say that you quite eloquently mentioned whether or not you avoid conflict or not. So you could pick up 100 experience out of that.
Oh, sweet.
Did I notice any change in the
No.
anything suspicious? No.
Go ahead and roll perception. Also, Nas 50 for the layup.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Farron. I need to know what exactly is up in your world. Also, keep in mind on roll 20 for whispers.
Oh, sorry. He's making sure that Dahlia and Io are not getting worse, and he's keeping an eye on the two that are
keep the wolf.
left over. Make sure they don't run away.
What the fuck? Not forced at all.
It's like, I'm just dreaming my favorite dream.
I'm just dreaming of my favorite animal that I only had for a week but would love to have again. It's exactly a white
She
wolf.
wasn't able to keep the wolf at all.
I was a fighter in the arenas. You remember that, guys? Remember that thing?
We'll keep
I wish
going.
somebody once.
So besides that, yes, Farron, they appear to be okay, minus their rumblings. Orion, with that perception, yeah, originally you don't see anything that's out of the normal with the statue or the sarcophagus, but you do feel a surge of energy go through, something that puts the hair on the back of your shoulders like a whoop. It's like stand on end like electricity.
Just in the general area.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's concerning at the very least.
Okay. And then about this time, the the dynamic duo of orb repair have completed their plumbing work.
Mm-hmm. Heading back to
Did you
shore.
guys feel that as well?
Good question.
Feel?
Do I?
Exactly what?
There's a I don't know, it gets the hair on the back of my neck standing. It's like a surge of energy or something. I assume it's due to your magical
I mean, it
or
is.
testing.
Tis storming out.
Out of character, can I just make a quick insight check to just sort of sense the faintness of the area?
Sure.
Also, how does the dagger look?
Faintly glowy. It's still glowy, just not as glowy as it was before.
Not gay glow.
Yeah, not quite a rave.
Ooh.
Jeez, okay, just 20s for days today.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that we're getting all our crits out now.
True. All right, so with your crit insight of 25, the insight that you have is that feels like the nature being set right once more. You can feel the natural energy returning where it once was devoid, which would come back with like a circuit shock. So your insight tells you were successful.
Yes. Orion, I feel what you feel. And it feels great. Nature is once again set back to the way it was. And so, I am satisfied.
All right. Well, I don't know. Do we want to leave the sarcophagus here and just continue on to the trials?
I suggest that would be best. Princess Iolante might be a little bit peeved if we spend too much time here.
Yes.
But before we go,
It's like she's sleeping now.
I would like to walk over to the... Wait, these guys are still knocked out, right?
They're there. They're knocked out. They're manacled.
Right. Can I give one of them, like the leader, a quick slap in the face? Just not a quick slap, just a quick tap. Quick tap, like wake him up, like.
Just a good slap in the face.
My friend.
Slap in the base and slap in the face.
My
All right,
My friend, slap.
my friend. This is how we greet you in the country. Slap, slap.
This is how we greet you in the Feywild, my friend.
You slap the dude across the face. You know, in a friendly way.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Oh.
Non-fatal.
My friend.
Uh-huh.
Do you? You can see me. You are not. You are fine.
I'm a bit tie up at the moment.
Of course. I apologize for this. It's simply precautionary. You understand.
No, I don't.
Well, imagine if a shapeshifter came into your room. And he said,
Too many big words.
yes.
Could you unlock me? I'm a simple man with simple needs, and my simple needs is to not be in the middle of the wilderness when the night hits.
That is not my decision to make. But
Well,
perhaps I could put in a good point.
Key.
Perhaps I could put in a good word for you if you were to listen to what I have to say. Not like you have a choice, but it'd be nice to know.
All right, boss. What's up, governor?
All right then. Would you prefer if I talked somewhat to you, or is my accent a little bit too confusing?
Nope. I hear you just fine, mate.
Good. I would have you do me a favor. Watch these orbs, and make sure they refill completely.
So he just kind of shuffles. Will it take long?
That is hard to say, but time will pass. So, no.
Alright, does this job pay?
It will pay with your life.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow at you, just kind of like this. Alright, so to watch these orbs and not be eaten by wildebeests, you gotta lock me, right?
Of course.
I
would not have you sitting here like a duck.
Okay. Shit,
I joke.
Right.
But yes, I will speak to my leader about unlocking you. Once he wakes in about 6 minutes, 4. I can't. It's difficult.
It's gonna take longer than 6 minutes of
It's gonna
sleep.
be hours, dude.
And I can't.
It's been more than the 10 minutes for your catnap, and then we just kept sleeping.
Oh, okay. I thought I was okay. I will ask them when they awake. But yes.
8 hours from now.
8 hours
later.
later.
She doesn't know that.
I mean, we're sleeping, so we can't really say this either.
This is true.
Yes.
Well, the leader dude doesn't. Is like, okay. Glass face. Like, he's got options here.
I need your word.
You got my word. My word is I look at the orbs. Orbs refill. I get paid with my life. Go ahead and roll insight.
He's
Oh boy.
probably gonna just steal more of the magic shit and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
Like, he's just gonna take the 6 vials that he needs and leave because that pays money.
My friend,
Not gonna work.
look me in my eyes. What do you
Can
see?
always just kill him.
I see eyes. 2 eyes. Very pretty eyes. You have pretty eyes, sir.
But you know what these eyes have seen?
Orbs, sir.
And I
2
grabbed him
orbs,
by
sir.
his collar. These eyes have seen death.
Oh,
But I am a bard, and bards know many things. Many things.
some bards just
I
play
well
music,
need
sir.
it. Shh. I know many things, and I have heard many things, and I have heard tales of beasts larger than any tree you could have ever seen in your life.
That's big trace, huh?
Of course they are. And you heard of the Trask, yes?
Oh, yes.
I have seen 50, if not more, in where I have come from, which is the Feywild. Have you been there? I'm sure the Queen of Air and Darkness would love to see someone such as yourself. She so does love her toys.
Go ahead and roll intimidation, and some of this stuff is going way over his head.
I was
It's
gonna-
like
I was gonna say,
Tarrasque.
And I don't know what half of the shit he's talking about.
Alright, you come across legitimately intimidating. It's like, Tarrasque, I hear they eat houses and consume
Yes.
dragons.
Now,
So,
remember when I said you would pay with your life?
yes?
I meant that if you failed.
Oh.
So, I need your word
No,
that
at this
you will
point,
not leave.
though, it's wet outside, but, you know, he pretty much pisses himself. And, nice little ammonia for the air. It's like, orbs. I don't want no Tarrasqueness, don't want it. Me and my friend George here will watch your orbs.
Ah,
We'll watch both of your orbs until they're completely full.
very good, very good.
We
And I
need,
let him go.
and he just.
And then they'll leave.
And then I give him 2 gold coins.
Okay. He's like, oh, you're too kind, sir. Too kind.
Oh, please, do not. It's
Ah!
only a contingency to make sure that you will not leave.
Oh,
You
my-
cannot go anywhere unless you
No.
have a little bit of coin to get you there.
And some food, sir. And some
Of
weapons.
course.
We'll make a right foot of this place, sir.
That's good, good. Spend your money wisely.
Can I insight that?
I mean, yes, you can.
Fine.
You're like through the storm. You just see like Nas like terrifying this prisoner. Yeah, you believe it. He seems thoroughly terrified. The wilderness, so lore-wise, the wilderness is like walking out in Jurassic Park most days. He is more afraid of Nas than velociraptors at the moment.
Well, the Fae can be beautiful and terrifying.
I mean, the more beautiful, the more terrifying, right?
Just like that one, the one that has the fins that and spits at you. Just
And I will pat his head. You, sir, will be a great man if you get out of this life and follow my advice.
he's just
And also not get lice. This is my advice. Adieu. And I will walk towards the horses.
he's like,
Oh, and please do not leave as soon as I turn my back. I hear gnolls have been very ravenous lately.
I'm not leaving, sir. Not until your orbs are full once more.
Very good, very good.
Okay, well that happened.
I'm gonna ask Orion. So are we opening this thing?
That is exactly what I was going to ask before the men walked away.
All right, so go ahead.
Farron and Ferungi, I was asking because we are currently down 2 members, if we wanted to take a vote on what we wish to do.
I think,
Nazdamin obviously is against it.
I think we should move on.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
Ferungi?
We don't. There's no stone that they mentioned in the letter, so. And obviously, I want to get these trials done and over with. So.
Voice.
An accent
I
now.
know.
All right.
Well then,
I'm trying.
I'm excited. No, it was good.
That was good.
No, that is not criticism. This different type of stream. Good job, bud. That was good.
I'm so
I've been
proud.
practicing. I've been listening to like clips over and over and just practicing.
I like it. Keep doing it.
Well, oil be fucked. Hey.
See.
I guess it's gonna stay here for now. Don't see a sarcophagus wandering off.
Well, I don't see the light that the letter was talking about, nor the specific stone, considering most of the shit here is made of stone.
There are too many factors missing.
Yes, that's a good point.
It could be the wrong stone. Just putting that out there.
Start throwing
Yeah.
stones around. Eh, not this one.
Okay, well, we can.
It wouldn't be the worst that's happened to me if we moved on.
That's true. The girls are on the horses, so we can
That is true.
just
Both
get
of
on
the
our own
ladies
and lead
are
them
horsebound.
along the way.
Let's go.
So your plan is to just move on with the ladies on horse. Just. Do-ba-do-do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go to work today.
I want to fight in the arenas. You can't make me.
Come say hi.
Alright. Map is going to change. Doodle-doodle-doo. Welcome to the world map.
Wowie.
Do we actually know where the place is?
Farron does.
Farron does. Okay, we're chilling. We're good.
at the very least, you guys need to get to New Haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So, a day passes. Boop.
A whole day?
Well, it's a few days to get there.
Yeah,
Does
just
that
take
mean
a
we have
while.
one less point of exhaustion?
That is
Woo!
correct. So you guys are you are
We
at
have movement back,
campsites.
half movement.
You have recovered, so everyone gets the benefit of a long rest at this point.
Yo.
Great.
Also means that's a reduction of 1 point of exhaustion. Is there any campfire shenanigans you wish to engage in as you travel on?
I'm gonna go up to Baron, sit by him, and just start strumming.
Baron, I wanted to let you know that sleep is not something to be afraid of. It may be a little bit unsettling the first time, but trust me, it's relaxing, soothing.
What happened the first time you did it?
I felt heavy. My eyelids
Heavy?
first, but then feeling washed over my bones. And I fell.
What? How long do people sleep for?
Well, based upon other people I've seen, 8 hours or more if they're extremely exhausted. Sometimes they take short rests, which lasts about 30 minutes.
Like quite a waste of time.
No, not really. Well, I should not have said that. In some eyes, yes, it can be. But in others, it can be an eye-opening experience. You know, in your mind. Of course, your eyes are closed when you're asleep.
Well, I am looking forward to this. Been waiting quite a while.
I know you had said you had wanted to wait until we got to the cave to try and sleep, but as we have this time now, would you like to try it now?
Think I'd rather wait for a controlled area that I'm familiar with.
As you wish.
Parents like I'm saving myself for the right sleep.
First time has to be special.
Wise words from a wise man. Excuse me, a wise elf. An elfin man.
Is he not a man because he's an elf?
Also, it's not always raining.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, the white noise is gone.
Ah, so soothing.
I did have a question for Ryan. Are you guys done with your thing? Are you still going with that?
We're pretty much done, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Fergie walks up. How do you cope with anger or loss?
Like, I'm just gonna look at you up and down.
Are you legitimately doing that?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
It's like, hey, how do you cope with anger or loss?
Before I met Matthew Marduin, I was addicted to anger and loss. Now that I know Matthew Marduin. Boy,
Just go to sleep and talk about it in your sleep. It's fine.
I'm just gonna
That's how that works.
just like look you up and down and be like, you're a dwarf.
You are perceptive.
That seems very
Oh, I
rarely
wish
your
it didn't full screen.
I've heard that a lot. I've heard a lot of things. But what I did, turn a puddle of meat back into a lass. You ever seen anything like that?
Oh, right, because Dahlia died. I thought you like literally just had a puddle of meat. You're like, turn this into a girl. Go.
Not to that. Wait. Did I hear you correctly?
On horseback. The one who's shaped like a human
Yes.
lady.
Yes.
That is my general shape, yes.
She's looking at
No, yes,
a
I
bit
was.
more strawberry jam spread thin.
No, I was there for that part. But
Right.
the first part of your question, what I did.
Aye.
That's that. Not yet. That seems characteristic of you. I believe your magics are of another world, most likely. I mean, you are the cleric. I don't. I won't pretend to understand where your magic comes from.
He's calling
Me
you a devil
neither.
worshiper.
But
Hmm?
I have never done something like that.
Well, the gods can be the gods work in mysterious ways, don't they?
Indeed. Take a look at me,
Perhaps
Tome,
you
if you
and-
need to know how.
Perhaps you and Dahlia have been connected somehow.
I mean, she does have a more dwarven cast to her. Compliments the scars. Aye.
Well, you should be looking into that, my friend.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Mm. I'm just
Well,
gonna.
I will let you ponder on that.
He's like, "Oh, man."
I'm just gonna walk away and just like when I sit down somewhere and just be like,
Well, clearly
Wow.
everyone else is paired off, so the ladies now have their chat.
Dahlia's like not talking to anybody. She's off further from the group.
She's like so injured too.
Yep. She's not in a talkative mood.
So, Iolanthe on the horse, not super talkative. It's like, what happened to the people that were trying to get the magic out of the orbs? I know we left before I woke up.
Gonna look at Farron.
as the men told them to just sit there and watch the orbs, and apparently we trusted them to do so.
They're not dead, if that's what you mean.
I mean, that's comforting to know they're not dead.
Yeah.
So you just left them with the orbs.
They don't have the equipment to actually.
And I'm gonna hold up the
Second the orb.
valve and the hose. This is what they used.
We did
And
take
just-
that off of them.
Yes, I assume they removed their way to thoroughly fuck over the orbs again.
So you left them to die then, because that's not a safe area.
I
What
was
do
gonna
you-
think about this?
Would you have brought them with us?
I wouldn't have left them there to die. I mean, Dahlia can tell you firsthand what it's like to be stuck underneath Goldstein's thumb. It would have been more fair to them to just let them go, rather than leave them somewhere where they're sitting ducks waiting to get murdered.
I don't think there's anything holding them there.
Not the
untied.
fear of Nas. Nas is like the boogeyman now.
Like, that is true. There is nothing holding them there. So I just hope we weren't just putting all of our faith in them to stay there.
Lens flare.
Lens
You know,
flare.
in all
Holiness.
honesty, I kind of just expected them to leave as soon as we left.
Okay.
I figured that's what they were going to do, but
I just want to make sure that they're
I don't
okay.
know. I mean, Nazdamin is the one who scared them for whatever reason he did that. So he most likely has the best insight as to what they would do next.
I'm just gonna look at Iolanthe. Just say nothing.
Is there a
Should-
reason that you chose fear?
Well, I could have used persuasion, but the rain would have blocked out my voice if I used a softer tone.
Okay.
Proper ambiance.
So it was.
Dahlia's not there.
Dahlia's-
seems-
Yeah, like Dahlia, you're gonna say anything for this? Like,
No, Dahlia's like not participating in any group shit right now.
Yeah. Antisocial
like-
Dahlia? What?
I know, right? No, she's like basically emotionally paralyzed on the side.
That's fair.
Hanging out.
It seemed like a style choice more than anything, to be honest.
I do apologize. Had I known that you wanted them to not be left alone, I would have taken them with us.
No, this was your chance to do something and to show who you are. And now I'm just a little bit more aware of who you are. And
That
then
is
Iolanthe will kind of just get a little bit quiet, just be like, all right. Just pay attention to her horse, to Maximus at that point. She's like, okay.
Princess Iolanthe,
Yes.
I noticed that you plucked on the strings when you were in battle. And you gave Dahlia this frenzy. Where did you learn such a thing?
I learned it through methods that I'm not very proud of. Unfortunately, Gig did teach me how to do part of that. And the rest was shown to me by my brother Willis.
And you say you also play instruments, yes? A lute, if I remember correctly.
Poorly, but kind of.
Well, I feel as if your perspective of me has changed. Perhaps when I am higher graces, I could perhaps teach you. Like, give you a few lessons.
Thank you for the offer. Maybe when things are a little bit less, we all might die. I will consider it.
Of course. Please.
A little less, we all might die.
Take your
A
time.
little less, we all might die.
Farron, your face, man. It's like, what?
But please, take your time and let me know. I'm always here.
Yes. Thank you.
And then Orion will look to Orion. So, Mr. Dwarf, I see you have a very itchy finger when carrying people. Do you drop all of your friends? Or just me?
I don't carry my friends, so I guess just you.
Ah, very fair.
I do expect my friends to walk on their own.
Well, do they walk while they sleep? I could try sleepwalking. It's not very hard for me.
That would be actually very helpful.
Oh, all right. Do have good dreams, Mr. Dwarf. And Frungi, you as well.
Nas is getting sassy.
So
You
sad.
know, that definitely sounded like a threat, though it wasn't a threatening.
Real threat.
Threat?
Nas
No,
needs
I
MVP. So
Have some good
I
fucking
can't
sleep.
tell at this point.
go to fuck to sleep.
Yeah.
In all of your years, I'm a bit shocked.
In all of my years, I have never met a man like you, Northman. I can tell you that.
You have many qualities.
Well, I
The
have
same.
been told I'm a character.
When Frungi calls you a little off, there's a
Yeah.
bar that you have passed.
Yeah.
Well, I have been told that I'm a character.
My God.
Right.
That is very fitting.
But I prefer something more. But I do not know what it is. Like a dream.
A PC.
I do apologize for going so deep into this, but I feel that I could not have done anything or be who I am if it weren't for my mother or Calliope. I'm sure you have had loves in your life. People that anchor you to this world through all of its bullcrap.
Yes.
Give me a forge and I'm at home.
Would you say that without them you would not have been as successful as you are? Been where you are, in the current place?
It's so hard, man.
I know.
Going for it. Just full on going for it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What? I'm sleeping. Stop. Yeah.
Try to get some sleep. Fucking asshole.
Tis the will of Mathmar Duin takes us to our guide to our destined ends. You should read up on it more than just the skim job you did earlier.
Perhaps I will do so while we're on the road. If you will allow me to hold on to it for such a long time. I can understand if you do not trust those of not dwarven descent.
I've already memorized it. I can always get another one.
Oh,
Make
I'm surprised.
Get.
I mean, where's the nearest? I mean, how hard is it to find a dwarven library? Just go back home and boom.
Home.
Is it actually a popular dwarven thing, or is it just kind of a furry thing? The book. I feel like I would know. Have I heard of it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hustler. I mean, the equivalent thereof. So I mean, he's basically touting to play a lifestyle, yo.
Okay.
Home.
Home.
I only realize now that I Don't have one.
And where are you from?
I was born in the dolphin tribe, but I can't go back there. They do not accept half-breeds. My mother sent me away just when I was the age of being rejected.
Racists.
You're one to talk, Mr. Dwarf.
How? How so?
Your racism is as thick as your beard.
Oh!
Thank you. Thank you.
Shots fired.
Thank you.
Ryan's just kind of sitting back watching the two of them talk. Just like,
It sounds like I hold it against you for being half an elf.
Oh, of course. Because if you had, that makes it so much better, yes?
If I did hold it against you, that would make it worse. You didn't decide to, as if you chose what race you were, or that you were a bard.
No, but you also did not choose to be a racist.
Ooh.
Or did you? And this is just going over your head again.
He made a short joke and called you racist by choice.
If there's anything you should have learned by now, never trust a dwarf. Except the dwarfs you can trust.
See, that is very confusing, and I like it. But
You're welcome.
I must ask, besides all the charades that you play, and some that you believe in your own lies to some extent, where do you find your strength, Frungi Battleborn?
The heart is a forge, the lungs the bellows. The hammer is my physical hammer.
very insightful.
I am one to always be praising.
Farron joins Dolly in the face.
Oh, yeah, I'm there too.
Just the boat's getting bigger.
Yep.
I have always been one to believe that there is power in self. But surely you must have someone else.
Were you at a campfire when all this is happening,
Yes.
or are we walking and talking?
No, this is camp chat. This is during the long rest in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Hmm.
If posture.
So it's like, just move.
I know.
Oh,
Here, I'll make, since we're spending some time here, I'll make... Minus your tokens, not
this Mathamar Duin. He is a man or a god that I have not yet heard of.
Oh.
fine. Got it,
He's
right?
Oh.
an exarch of Moradin.
Right.
So, halfsies.
He sounds like a man that I would enjoy.
No, he's not here no more, but serving a higher purpose.
Well, I have had a... Not that I would not like to continue this, but surely we're on a quest. We should be more excited than this. Yes?
Aye.
Do you have any alcohol? Perhaps fine wines? Or do you just carry ale?
I will remind you, I am a dwarf.
Doesn't mean you can't be a dwarf with taste.
Wine's just water lying about being alcohol.
And alcohol is anything that contains the smidgen of a chance to get you drunk. So wine counts.
In a pinch.
Of course.
My tent.
Now pass me that ale, you glorious dwarven bastard.
I see my have ale on me.
Flash me where.
And sure.
And I'll take it and I'll just throw it back like a champ.
Mhm.
I'll just lay it beside me. Brungi, do you have any requests, my friend? A dwarven tale? Tale of a mighty warrior holding his gold before being transformed into a dragon? Or perhaps something a little bit more interesting?
The Song of the Most Low King.
I do not believe I have heard of this. Please, tell me the melody, and I will play it as best as I can. And I'll just pull out my lute.
I sing now the tale of the most low king in his 420-carat diamond ring. Much was its glory that the bards did sing, but alas it did a disaster and a dragon bring. That's all I've got.
can build upon this. Very good,
Robert.
very good.
Mhm.
I did not know I was the only bard in this group.
Karaoke. It's a dwarven art. You should look into it.
If you don't have inspiration for me, you can have it now. That was amazing.
Orion, do you have any
Yes.
requests?
For music. I am not. I don't listen to music all that much.
Oh, well, perhaps I can make you one. Please, is there anyone that you have in your life or had that could bring such power, someone you would like to remember by? In song, perhaps. It does not have to be, but for the occasion, I would like to get to know you better. Perhaps I can weave that person into this song and bring you great joy. I do hope I can.
Ethel, what do you think of that? Does that sound interesting? I'm gonna look at that jab to see if it glows to that.
Jabbing at Ethel.
Yeah,
Who is this Ethel?
she was my wife long ago.
Oh, my friend, I am sorry.
Oh. You know, death happens.
That does not mean that you should go so easily with it. I
Ooh,
do say,
trust-
I'm
trust
sorry.
me, I did not go easy with it.
Of course. How was she? I assume she was a strong-willed woman. Very kind.
Well, yes, kind would be the greatest word to describe her. She would do whatever she could to help anyone. Yeah, she's truly the reason I do what I do.
So, I will try to remember her. But for that, I will need something greater than my lute, yes? And I'll put my lute away and I'll take out my violin. And I'll play the song that I sent to Boss.
Done.
Whoa, you paired an Ethel song?
Mm-hmm. Played by Nas. Live performance, guys. Oh, pseudo recorded.
Oh, you actually played it.
That was
Damn.
actually Nas. Yeah,
Oh.
that was him recording
I
it.
thought you just found it.
No, that's him.
Oh, wow.
That was that player right below you in Zoom that played that.
Hi, how you doing?
Everyone is stunned. I know. I'm clapping.
Oh.
Aww.
And with that, I'll put my violin away.
No, it's
I do hope that
As-
that honored memory.
As amazing as it was, anyone else notice the mimic will join the tents?
Yep.
Just kind
fine.
of.
Everything's
Fine. Totally fine.
That was very kind of you, Nastaman.
You're not to doubt it, my friend. If I can, I will try to ease your pain as much as I can.
Rand like turned his face. There's like one tear, and he's like wiping it away, and he's like, "Thank you very much."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are welcome. I should be turning in now. I sleep. It's a very exhausting day. I will see you all in the morning.
Of course.
Good night.
Good night.
Before you turn in, is there anything else anyone would like to discuss, bring up, make chattins?
Chatting's happening.
Fair and Alanthe were having their side conversation.
At some point later
As we
on,
do.
not now, I'd like to take a look at Dahlia's clock watch thing.
Sure.
Not
She
tonight.
hasn't shown that to anybody.
Okay.
But no, she
Oh,
hasn't.
it broke. It wasn't visible when that happened?
Yeah, but no, it was under her
Okay,
her
Yeah.
stuff.
never mind.
He just wants you to take your clothes off so he can see.
Well, let's just slit his throat. It'll be
I
fine.
mean,
More blood for the blood Kopeshes.
She's in a very stabby mood. It's her usual setting, really.
Sometimes you just gotta stab it.
he saved your
That's
life,
cool.
Dahlia.
Listen,
That doesn't
Brought
mean
you back
That
from the
means
dead.
almost zero.
that means nothing to her. Ask Farron.
He brought you back from the dead. I mean,
Yeah, ask Farron.
helpful.
Yep.
Like, almost zero.
If you're holding out for gratitude, you're going to be waiting a long time for Dahlia.
This is not Layla.
Not Layla, different characters.
Wait, just to make sure, Free didn't actually save her life, right? It was Io.
It's a combination.
Oh, okay.
We're
I didn't understand. See, when he asked me that, I thought it was just Io, and that Frugi misunderstood and thought it was him.
It's a combination.
Yeah, like, I
Okay,
think
I didn't
technically
understand that the
Io
first time.
could have brought her all by herself, but Frungi molding her into a human helped.
She was kind of paste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was kind of paste form.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because when he asked me that, I was like, I mean, I don't know if you helped.
And
I
that's
don't
part of religion. You don't really know, you have to believe. So he believes, and that's what matters.
Cool.
Anywho,
You gotta believe.
Added clear
gotta
that up.
believe. Yeah, out of character. Putting it back on that world map, yo.
So there was no mimic?
There was
There was no, no, there was
It was in the one tent that nobody slept in.
Right.
I'm not going to say I'm disappointed.
I mean, is there a mimic tent that, like, oh, here's the tent I'm gonna go into, and then you go open it up, and then it just eats you?
Probably.
You're like, well, I'm gonna walk into its mouth.
Alright, so your next day goes, you'll be at your next campsite, so one more long rest.
Yay! That's 2 points of
Woo!
exhaustion gone.
Yeah, what can we do now?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything in that campsite? Tomorrow you will hit New Haven.
Ooh,
Oh, that means we can heal all the way.
I'm excited for New Haven. That's where I'm gonna get some delicious food and drinks.
Oh my god.
I played some for Orion. Did a little
I'm
bit of
going
back
to
for Frungi.
talk about pet.
That required Dahlia to talk this
Yeah, that's
session.
what's happening.
That's a high requirement here.
I'm just going to be reading my extreme teen tome. It's more of a tongue twister than you think.
Yeah,
And if anybody comes up to me, it's gonna be like, I'm doing religion.
I'm doing the religion.
I'm just gonna go with the Frungi and just lean and try to read what he's reading, because I forgot to read while we were traveling.
Iolanthe's gonna write a letter to Willis to be like, we went to the tome thing,
Tomb.
the Tomb of the People, like, I think we restored the magic. I don't know what else you wanted. They were
The
trying
fuck?
to like, it's like, the fuck?
Sincerely, Io.
I am so confused. Magic?
Oh!
Confused emoji?
Just scribble something.
Were we supposed to do something? Clyde was not very specific
Well,
at all. But that could just be Clyde.
you think?
He's not the happiest right now.
I just looked at my character sheet and saw that I still put Gary's rock.
I
I still got it.
Rest in peace, Gary. Never
R.I.P.
forget.
Gary.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, hey, at the very end. It's like, Gary, it made sense.
I get it, Gary. Sacrificed yourself for a greater cause.
True.
I will always remember you.
You tried to kill me for a real, good reason. I did.
Was it a
Technically
good
enslaved
reason? Was it?
You tried to
yeah,
stop me
you
from
did
becoming the new
technically
gig. I'm
kill
sorry.
I did technically enslave him.
Yep, that's
True.
Bastard. Could just be out of revenge.
Aight. So, any other campfire things, conversations you want to cover before you get No Haven? Going once? Going twice?
How is Dahlia doing right now? She's still being like, don't look at me, touch me. Like,
pretty
oh,
much.
this-
Yeah.
Traumatized child?
Yep.
Again.
Pretty much.
Well, Iolanthe, from however far away she's able to be without Dahlia, like, going into a tent and being like, fuck off. She'd be like, when you're ready to talk, I'm here. Just throwing that out there.
To look up at you to acknowledge that you've said something and then just go back to whatever. it
Yep.
was.
She's like,
Fine,
Put it out
Mom.
there. I'm here.
Just
Ooh, I would like to talk to Io once. Just
Okay.
very
Sure.
quick. Iolantha, I know Dahlia has her reasons to not want to talk, which is fine. I was wondering though, before the whole gig encounter, she said she needed to stab me, and then did so, but then was okay. Can I ask what that was about?
Yes. So, especially since this is something that you will potentially be going up against, you might want to know a little bit more about it.
Yes, I figured that would be quite important.
So, as you know, we are going to be putting you through trials. At the end of the trial, you get an aspect or something that it gives you certain abilities. She got her kopeshes, her fancy stabbins, and she's able to do amazing things with them, but they do come at a cost. One of the abilities that she has is she can just slice through people, not die. She can fight as long as she needs to for a certain amount of time. If she doesn't hit anyone at the end of it, if she doesn't continue fighting, she then could get more hurt and she could potentially die.
That
So,
is a very
telling all my business. Damn.
concerning ability.
It's like,
From the guy who could do something very similar.
I don't have to hit people though.
that is just how her personality, her being, that is how it was translated into an item that she either can hurt people for as she's either going to keep hurting people, and if she ever stops, she might hurt herself. Getting real depressing.
She needs some of Mathemar to its extreme teen angst Bible.
With whatever whatever they choose for you, it may not be the same. It goes on your personality, so we'll just have to see what happens. But know that you are receiving something amazing, but that doesn't mean that it's free of cost. There always is going to be a cost for magic.
Yes, I am aware.
He does have a arm of Robo.
I don't know if that's magic or if he just wants to stab people with it.
That's fair.
Does
No,
that
it's
concern
magic.
him?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I am aware of the costs of magic. But if it's for the greater good, I'm willing to go through it with it.
Well, thank you. That lets me know that Paolo had a good sense about you. I'm happy that he brought you over to our group.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Means quite a lot.
I'm going to sleep now because I am.
I would not.
I'm roughly 3
points of exhaustion.
3 points past well rested.
I do not. That's a phrase.
That's specific.
And she's like, by the way, after Curse Blow.
And she's like, and
Good night.
And I shall not go the fuck to sleep.
Sleep.
Alright. Campfire chats. Going once. Twice. Boom! Morning. It's a nice day out. That storm passed over quite nicely. It's a nice warm breeze as you make your way towards New Haven. Now, at this point, every single person has gone through New Haven recently. Dahlia, Io, you were there last when you were defending it against Nola's shenanigans, along with Paolo, because then, not too long after, you went to the Targaryen Manor. Orion, you passed through it, as it's a trade road on your way over to the manor, as well as, well, Frungi then hasn't been there in a bit because he was closer to Crystallis with the Glory Hole. So this would be like, things have changed. So Frungi, some things have changed for you. Farron, you've flown over it, and you were part of the battles as well, so you're familiar with the changes. And Nas, as a wanderer, you also have traveled through it. So with the exception of Frungi, you're familiar that this little village looks a lot more fortified than it once was. Yeah, there are pillars of magic and defense. There are wards on the ground, natural ones used defense for crystals. So as you approach the small town, you see with the wooden walls that didn't exist prior, like months prior, there with an open gate. You see a carpenter just working on one of the walls as you roll on in on your high and lower horses.
Now, out of character question.
Yep.
I know someone is named Brad.
Yes.
What was his role? Because all I have is Brad is in my head, and I want to check on Brad, but I can't remember what he does.
Say he was like the sheriff or
fireman.
something.
Brad.
He was the gnome friend of the dead gravekeeper.
So he's
Yes.
a gravekeeper now, right? Like that he took over the job, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like
So he's like the groundskeeper of the graveyard.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure before I go and like, hey Brad, how you doing? Be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And what was the cook's name? Because I know Zell taught him stuff.
I have to go through my
There's
notes.
another
Brad
beat.
originally the cook?
Joey.
Brad was originally the cook that then you guys talked to. Was like, well, now my friend, the graveskeeper, is dead. Now I have two jobs. Now I have a day job and a night job.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then there's
Brad.
Bruce the constable.
Bruce the constable. It was a very
It was a
bee-oriented
bee-
day.
it was a
It was the bee
It
day.
was- okay. Good. I want to check on Brad. Got questions.
Bradford, bartender.
Bradford the bartender, and that's how it became a bee day.
Yep.
All right, so everyone else roll into this town, small, plenty of gardens for the local food. Off to the east, there are larger fields, which is rare. Most agriculture does not exist in Aurora, based off how difficult it is to hold the fields. Oh Lord, there came the bloops of death. Raid, hello. Thank you, Viking and La Crew.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? So Io is gonna go look for Bradford the
I am gonna
bartender.
look for Brad.
Dahlia's going straight to the bar.
Well, I mean,
Brad will be at the bar.
okay, so Io and Dahlia are finding the one tavern that exists in
We know
town.
the tavern.
Go
You
to
know that.
ordering the cheapest shit they got and a lot of it.
Yeah, time-wise,
Just
it's
like
about
what you anyway.
it's about noon. So I mean, it's not quite it's always a good time to drink, but it's not evening yet. What is everyone else doing?
You know that Froggy's sitting in the tavern.
All right, so everyone currently is going to the tavern. What's Orion doing?
I feel like I would just go in.
Why not?
For sure. Yeah.
Farron would follow Io.
I like that Farron's just side quest is like, Io, I just want you to like me again. I know.
I'm just
messed
wait.
up.
I'm just waiting for a friendship.
It's like, is
Some
Io
kind
going
of
over there?
ship, any ship.
Any ship anything.
Acknowledgement ship.
Hey, Acno ship. All right, so that.
Layla's not here. We can't ship anyone now.
Oh.
No.
What's Nas doing? Is Nas following the crew who's all has their own different mission, but really are all going to the tavern?
No, Nas is actually gonna look around New Haven, just explore and try to see what he's been missing, and maybe give a few the kids that might be running around a few music lessons. Maybe
Right.
just okay.
You entertain the townsfolk. You're out basically doing that, and like, oh yeah, and kind of like showing kids how to play from like around the general store, which isn't too far from the tavern. Again, town general store is within earshot. You guys roll in. Alas, the one person behind the counter is not Brad.
No.
It is a human. He is tending to the counter.
Well, I'm just gonna walk up to this human and be like, I don't recognize you. What's your name?
Name's Bert.
Is
With the bees.
Brad around?
Brad's sleeping currently. He had a long shift at the graveyard last night.
He does work a lot.
He looks at you for a moment. Like, you're Targaryen, and like you are, by the way, a well-dressed dragonborn. So it's kind of like saying you
Hard to
you
pick.
must have money. So Bert looks you over and is like, okay. Can I get you some breakfast? You and your friends?
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't recognize you, so I don't know if you were here when Zell was here, but he made this amazing soup that was like one of my favorites. Do you happen to have the recipe?
No. Who? Zell?
Yeah, he was here. He cooked. He kind of disappeared.
Ah.
That's a whole other thing.
Yep.
But he taught Brad how to make this amazing food.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you make eggs?
I do. I can make eggs.
Good.
I'd say of the things that I make eggs the best.
Then okay.
And bread. Eggs, and bread. Well, we're the baker makes the bread, but I serve it. I can cut bread really well with eggs. I can put the eggs in the bread and cook it that way.
All right.
There's some seasoning. Do you like pepper?
I do.
We don't have it, but but we can. we can put salt. Do you like salt?
Do you have salt?
We do.
Okay, yes, I like salt. Not a lot. Like
You don't.
Normal.
I've heard the Targaryens is like salt. One might say they're a salty group. I'll go make your eggs. I'll be back.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Was...
Extra
I
obsidian.
like it.
What are these?
We don't have
Where's
pepper.
my liquor?
Io, you seem to be picky about food. Which one would you?
What color would this food happen to be?
I feel like I very organically put in that I really liked the soup that Zell used to make. I put it in there.
Is that your favorite food though?
It was, yeah.
All right, 100 experience for getting your card. So for those that are watching, all the players have little mini missions to go during it, and hers was to convey what's your favorite color, food, or drink. Her favorite food, Zell's, because Zell is gone.
But he made.
Well, he passed on the recipe to a person who has 2 jobs. So yeah, it's gonna go out in the world.
I tied in things from previous campaigns. I brought it around. I put it in here, and then Brad is sleeping.
Well done.
Sassy.
That was a good tie, and thank you. All right, what's everyone else doing that's not trying to get their mission card? Drinking. No problem. You have no problem getting served. It is a tavern.
That makes 2 of us.
2 people are drinking.
Starts a shots contest.
Do you guys want eggs?
Good.
Oh, okay. Eggs. Oh yes, the breakfast stones from chickens.
So,
Dahlia, are you talking to people? Do you also want eggs?
No.
Okay.
are you guys legitimately doing a drinking contest?
Isn't it the morning?
It is noon.
Yeah.
Morning.
Dahlia has drunk all day before, many a times.
Yes.
Alright, you do you.
All
I
right.
mean, she's down for her frungies.
All right, start rolling your Constitution saves. Frungi, you're a dwarf. You get advantage. You get advantage. Dahlia does not, and she can't taste it.
Yep.
Tastes
Do they
like blood.
Constitution saves or
Everything is
Con-
blood.
it's con saves.
okay.
Which I have disadvantage on.
So
Oh my god.
Oh,
your DC.
Oh, but you still.
Jesus. Well, you have advantage. Your DC is a simple 10.
Wow.
The first person that 3 fails loses. Just keep doing that as we do that. So you're both at shit.
This one, you get like a double fail because it was a 1.
Nope, he's advantage.
Oh, I thought it said. Oh, okay.
No,
he's
Dahlia is at disadvantage.
Oh
And they're still well paced.
I have... All right, next shot. Let's go.
Alright, so that's scene drunks.
Starting off strong.
Io's eating food. Nas, you're playing a wonderful melody. What's Orion and Farron up to?
God damn.
Oh, no.
Farron, you want to go first?
What's up?
Farron, you want to go first? I'm still thinking.
I lost.
I guess he would want breakfast. He would be hungry.
I
Alright,
did.
so-
I critted. I lost.
Alright, so eating food with Io then? Just
Yeah.
Eating eggs. It's gonna apparently have a lot of salt in it,
very salty eggs.
but no pepper.
No pep. Well, then I'm out.
It's like, what the- that's a deal breaker right there.
Farron walks out.
I'll get my own pepper.
Yeah, I'll just eat with Io then.
I
I'll take Farron's eggs. Hot eggs.
As Farron is walking out, I want to like make my way towards the bar with like my little group of like little
school children.
kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, school children.
You're the Pied Piper going
I'm
right into a
just, like,
tavern
playing
with a small group of children. Go ahead.
Are you collecting children?
He is now.
Okay,
And I'm just gonna.
He's required to let everyone know in the
I'm
town
just
when
gonna
he arrives.
turn around like, all right, I've taught you all a little bit about playing the lute, but I want you all to go back home and see if you can perhaps buy flutes or such. Then come back if I'm still here and show me what you have learned.
Yay! They flail around like kids do. They go off to go bug their
Jennifer,
parents.
tell your mother that I will probably help her with that spell,
Oh,
but I need a little bit of coin.
Little bit of coin! Yay! They run to go buy things they don't have money for because they're poor.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think they have money.
No,
or-
but kids don't know that. They don't know. They don't know that.
That's true.
You just made a bunch of parents very mad.
We just got here, man.
All right,
He
so
wasn't a pervert.
yeah, it's true. They've dispersed just in time to meet Farron, who also rescued like what, a 10-year-old? Yeah, so maybe they should talk. Go ahead, Farron. You run into the Dahlia was 10 when you found her. Remember? Ah. Okay. Well, you run into Farron, Nas, with your school kids kawaiing away.
I did not expect you to be out. I thought you'd be inside.
Didn't have pepper, so I'm out.
Ah, very fair. I can't stand not having a little bit of honey on any of my food. So I understand.
I'm always one for nature more anyway.
Couldn't agree more. You're going to head out of the city and wait for us outside? Or you're just going to look around like me?
I figure I scout around a little bit. Seeing how the gnolls are not in largest number doesn't mean they're not out there.
Yes, that's very peculiar. The last I remember, gnolls weren't very much of a problem, but they weren't this weak. As I remember.
I'm not necessarily going to complain.
Yeah, I hear that.
Take the bit of fun out of it.
Yeah. Makes a good story, though. I wonder who could have done such a thing.
Don't know.
The great conversationalist.
Well, if you would like someone to be with you during your travels, I'm not the stealthiest half elf in the town, but I can do pretty well. Just let me know. Would you like me to save you anything? Ale, perhaps? Or just tell Dahlia to save you a little bit on the side? Once she feels better, of course.
Give Dahlia my share.
Will do. I will enter the bar and just see everyone and just wave.
As
I'll
Dahlia says, like, thump.
She does that and then falls asleep. Well, passes out.
It's like, cheers, Naz! Thump.
I take it you all are having a drinking contest. Who won?
Was
I'm
no
just gonna look at
contest.
Dahlia. Very good, very good. I'm going to walk up to Bert if he's still there. If he's like behind the
Yes.
counter. I'm like, hello. I am Nazdamin.
Hi, I am Bert.
The pleasure is all mine, and I will hold my hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes it, holds it
Yeah.
out.
I see. Now I'm gonna look around. Is this place like kind of dead? Like, you know, like needs a little bit of pick me ups.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was recently
I see.
renovated, which Bert will tell you all about.
I see you are in need of a little bit of inspiration. Perhaps I could play a few songs. I'm a bard.
Oh, excellent. Please do. We love live music. I was hearing you outside. You're very talented. The kids seem to love you. They love you. So he kind of gives you the eye like, do I need to watch you?
My friend, please. I am taken.
Good. Good. So there's a place over there that's
Yeah.
got great acoustics.
Mm.
No
Bart,
Away from the children.
look me in my eye.
Okay.
I am not a man
You
to
are.
prey upon the little ones.
I thought you were going to say that
I
you're
know
not
a man who
man.
does that. He was called my father.
Oh, okay. So over there is the acoustics.
Of course. You're right.
He goes back to make eggs.
And I'll just jump up on it. Jump up. Flourish of Jacob. No, I'll leave my leather armor near everyone. And then
stripping and playing.
No.
Oh yeah.
I have clothes on under my
So
armor.
after being called a
Fine.
pedo, you're like,
Yeah.
time to take these clothes off and play.
I
Guys,
haven't seen such a performance since the
Guys, I don't
old.
think he should be in the group. Can we kick him out of the group?
I have my
I don't want to be
with me.
associated with
It's
this.
good.
I have a tunic under my armor, so it's fine.
Of course it is.
Doesn't change the effect
glad
that
I'm
you
not
are taking
here.
off
You're
clothes.
literally stripping in the
Nas-
middle of the room
Nas-
to go stand.
Nas, what are you doing?
With my
Why-
shorts and my tunic still
Good.
on, and my sandals.
Yeah.
Gotta talk about the sandals.
Of course.
Do
I'm
you
going
have
to look at
socks
Orion.
under your sandals
Or
What
socks
do
and
socks?
sandals?
and sandals?
Are you one of
No.
those half elves?
No.
Yeah, I had to make sure. I didn't.
I'm going to
understand
look
the
at
situation.
Orion, and I'm going to tell him I'm going to perform. It's a little bit cumbersome to play with my armor on. I did not play my best when I first.
There's a bathroom where you can go to.
You're right. However, I
In
need to
most
put my armor
rooms.
here, and I'd rather get on stage quickly. I have the urge to perform. And with that,
He's
I will
got
be
you.
taking my lute and my violin.
All right, roll performance, buddy.
Alrighty.
The ones that didn't have to witness this were Farron and Dahlia. Farron by choice, Dahlia by alcohol. I
don't think has many concerns.
just imagine the mental list with Io just growing for Nas.
Well, okay.
First thing you did was try to
We
trip.
need him for a little bit.
All right, so you start playing. What is I'm assuming Frungi is still drinking. Nas is playing his instruments.
It's odd when Frungi is more trusted by Io than.
Right.
Right?
Considering-
Frankie's fine, so
Considering he's like what, is shot by a bajillion magic missiles, then put the fuck to sleep, shackled, dressed up as a woman, and brought in as someone's +1 to get back into the party. Meanwhile,
He's been honest.
he's been always straightforward. Okay.
Except for the time he lied about being a
Except for
woman.
what?
Yeah, but that was a very
Yeah.
bad lie.
See, we don't really have shame in the Feywild, so I'm still kind of getting used to that again.
That's true. That is very true. Accurate.
Did you just assume Frungi's gender?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I did. Did I? assume-
Channeling your inner gig. Do I gender identify?
Oh my gosh.
Dear God. All right, so while this is all happening, camera 2, Farron. You do not know who Paolo is. Okay, yeah, because that was a fly-by-night thing. He was introduced when you were gone. Okay, so you see a well-dressed man in white and silver. Seems very out of place for a village, like a high court mage look, making his way to the music. Baron would see this first.
How do I keep running into these people?
I mean, it's like you're fated to have an adventure.
Almost.
Crazy how
Almost.
that happens.
Is he walking like fairly determinedly?
He's a casual jaunt. He's not like, I must get to this tavern. He's just kind of like, oh, I am now going to the tavern, probably for lunch.
And everybody's in the tavern, right?
Your entire party is in one way or another, yeah.
Okay, well then Farron would obviously take note of it, but it's probably an IO thing, so
Good.
he probably
Fair enough.
wouldn't much note of that otherwise.
Okay. Cool. Well, he continues by. Whoop. Everyone else who's not drunk and incapacitated would notice same person entering in. Blonde hair, white, gold robes, very well done. Io, let's see, people who would know him by sight. Io, you know it's Paolo. Orion, you know it's Paolo. Frungi would not know. Nas would not know.
Dahlia's passed out.
Dahlias would know, but is passed the fuck out. So Paolo
Got your
enters.
priorities.
Yeah, that is fair.
So I don't think it's on seeing Paolo. It's like, Paolo, it's so good to see you, walking around and okay after that big battle.
Paolo walks in, goes to the bar near Iolanthe. Like, yeah, it was interesting. Did not go as anticipated. Go ahead and roll insight, Io.
Yeah, I'm like, something's. What's going on, sir? Tell me your story.
Tell me your story. Tell me your secrets, Paolo.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen. Which is, we have Monri talks like that, which I'm not going to try to do that from Diablo 4. Yeah, it seems tired. Then again, you are also fatigued, so you're rolling at disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, he's tired. He has been probably setting up some defenses. There's a lot of magic around here.
Yeah, did you have a long day? I know it's only afternoon, but you seem tired.
I have a lot on my mind, as I'm sure you are too. You look very tired too. He taps down Bert and orders a water and some eggs, because
So that's what we got.
what you got,
Very salty.
very salty eggs.
Salty
Hence the water, just to
He's
help.
prepared.
Oh, Paolo. Hello, friend.
Ryan, nice to see you. Like,
Yes.
so you made it to Iolanthe. Good. The trust you two are getting along well, better than And he spins around to look at Frungi, who's slamming down, and Dahlia, who's slammed down, and some new friends. That Dahlia?
That is, yeah, she is not doing well with her drinking today.
I can see that.
Yeah, we unfortunately had to just bring her back to life, so she's still coping with that. Probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, coming back to life is a very harrowing experience.
Yes. Well,
Awkward
con-
silence for about 10 seconds.
I was like,
Encounters with Gig don't normally end with better circumstances.
He perks up. Gig? You ran into Gig again?
Yes. Thought that might perk you up.
Yeah, he's no longer McFuckered in the face. Like, what?
Yes, it seemed that, well, he got bored and let it slip that he was using Dahlia's sister's body to keep himself alive. And she did not take that well. So, he kind of killed her, but we brought her back.
But she got better.
But she got better. It's been a rough couple days.
He runs his hand through his hair and just shakes his head. It sounds like it.
Paolo, you are a knowledgeable man. You might be able to help us with exactly what was going on when Dahlia died. Do you know anything of the Tomb of the People?
He thinks back. Tomb of the People. Well, I don't know if I told you, but I've been gone for a while. But in my time, the Tomb of the People was he's thinking, he's like, what was it? There was a statue erected, and it
Can I describe
represents
the statue?
Yeah. So Ryan goes over and describes the statue and the tomb you saw, and it helped jog his memory. It's like, yeah, it's something that was erected back in a while ago when people were fleeing Crystallis through persecution. They actually are the descendants of this town. Fun fact. But there wasn't. I think the way the story goes is that it was a single person that went out and held off raiders or invaders, something like that, and succeeded. And then the next day he succeeded but died. And then the last day the people did. But that was a what's the word? Parable, right? It was actually a group of people from the Targaryen house that did that. And that the tomb was there to honor them and to remind them. So people
that's-
from New Haven generally take the old roads back and they pay their homage there, as opposed to the main trade roads.
Are there always the two orbs of magical group there?
As long as I've been alive, yeah. It seems that the site generates a lot of good energy. It's a really boring topic, but I could go into it if you'd like.
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's long short of it. Good energy. Some things here are attracted to good energy, and they collect.
Yeah, I was just making sure because Gig being there was quite concerning.
Well, did he do anything with the orbs? Like, what was Gig's purpose for being there? Did he was he like taking the orbs? Because I mean, they are, it is naturally occurring energy. He does like using energy.
No, he wasn't taking the the magical from the orbs. A group of hired men from the Goldsteins were though.
Goldsteins. Fucking Goldsteins.
Exactly.
I know. It's always a reaction whenever.
We don't truly know why Gig was there. Most of the group assumes that she was there just to mess with Dahlia and Iolanthe. Although I'm not entirely convinced yet.
I'm not convinced either. Gig's slippery. If our adventure with the dragon is any indicator.
Yeah, I would agree. I do have a vial of the magical stuff.
Oh, you do?
A couple, if you wish.
Yes. At the very least, I could use it for some enchantments around the town.
Yeah, of course. I have 6, so I'll give him like 3. If you
Okay.
wish.
He takes 3. It's like, oh yeah, this is some potent stuff. Thank you. Do you want something for this?
You're a friend. It's all right.
All right, thank you. He did give you like a 2,000 gold diamond.
You know what? You,
We're friends.
We're friends.
After a long time of playing, I'm just gonna get off the stage and I'm gonna walk towards and just take a seat where I can.
It's like your friend's very talented, by the way. Assuming he's with you, he doesn't seem like the regular folk around.
yes, he does seem to be very good at playing.
What's his story? He points over to Fruit.
Would you like to explain it, or should I?
He had a brothel
Yep. Okay.
that apparently someone made him believe that I wanted it destroyed. So, he showed up and yelled at me. I got him hit with magic missiles and put him in a tower. But weirdly enough, the string in my heart, the heartstring is actually attached to him. So we're just kind of going by ear.
I believe you
Yes.
forgot the part where he dressed up as a woman and did try to infiltrate your party.
I
It
did.
sounds like that.
I did
was
leave
a
that
little
part out.
detail. That's
So Paolo, who's like a tall, gentlemanly man, very noble posture, drinking his water, just listening to you, just.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. He follows Mathamar Duin.
Moradin.
I'm sorry, Moradin.
Gordon? Okay.
When I hear those words, my ears are just gonna perk up. I'm just gonna rush over
Oh
there.
no! Oh no! I'm sorry.
Those little stubby legs.
When Iolanthe sees him walking over, she looks at Charlie. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so."
Somebody mentioned Mathamar Duin?
There it is. So Frungi, this is Paolo. He used to be a champion for the Targaryuses.
Paolo looks down at Frungi.
He was just wondering, your story. And so I told him the most that I had of knowledge. And, I feel like I can't talk about you without bringing up Mathamar Duin's doing.
Indeed. 'Tis my patron.
Yeah?
Yes, he's the offbeat version of Murad, and he encourages us to follow new paths, carve new ways, explore that which is unexplored, and deliver the teachings of that to all those who would listen, and all those who wouldn't. They just haven't learned to listen yet.
Ah. Teacher at the Crystallis Academy.
He
Paulo-
did help bring Dahlia back.
Oh.
There we go. Hey.
Thank you.
When I look at Paolo, do I see anything different? Like, cause paint vision.
Yeah. So when you look at Paolo, Nas, you notice a lot of things that are quite different. The way his fashion and robe is very 100 years ago. Yeah, he looks old. Like you seem more accustomed with him than anyone else currently. You seemed a bit attuned to his timeline.
Paolo.
Yes.
How?
Lord, Sir. Nazdamin. Paolo City, a pleasure. You are a beautiful performer.
Thank you. You seem like a man of time, such as myself.
He eats his eggs.
I was in the Feywild for about 100 years, but in Arhor'ha time would be 100 years. I can't help but shake the feeling that you would share the experience of being out of time.
About 100 years. Yeah. I don't know if your patron here has spoke of it all that much in your travels, but she awoke me about a year ago or so. But yeah, now I've been out for about 100 years. The last thing I remember is fighting my friend, doing a lot what you guys are currently doing now. So, I know that you guys aren't well armed given your circumstances. If you have questions, I am at your service. I do need to go refresh the wards shortly, though.
Of course. I'm more of one to experience than ask questions.
That is the wisest way to go about it, between you, me, and the dwarf of Duin.
I only have one question. Why did you become champion? Gig had so much potential when I was around. But why did you become a champion?
So, Paolo takes his water and he drinks it and he sets it down. I don't know if we have enough time to go over all of that, but the short version is I wanted to save my friend.
Was this the same friend you ended up fighting?
Yes and no. Made a new friend that way. He looks over to Io. It's like, Io's been inside my head. Sure, she'll tell you all about it sometime.
Yes.
But I will say this. Gig was created with the best intentions, and he was a great man once. That no matter what you might think or see, just remember he did a lot of good. I'm still coping with the concept that he did what he did. And he looks over to Orion.
I was most shocked to find that he had done such.
He lived up to his reputation.
Yes, he did.
I think that you said it's been a bit, right? Were you around when Freeport was sacked?
No, I don't think I was. I'm shocked to find that there was a new Freeport.
Yes. One much further north. Much closer to the Dolphin tribe. Further up.
I hail from such a tribe.
Oh, so much now like a day's jaunt from the tribe. Used to be much further south. But yeah, no, it was sacked and it was burned, and he wasn't really the same since then. It was all we could do to stop him at the end. We took great losses.
I apologize. I did not mean to pry too heavily.
No, it's. I feel that he looks to Io. I feel that she needs all the help she can get. Opening up some old wounds is the least we can do to help her along her way. She has no mentors, no books, no knowledge. She's really been given a bad hand. So here's hoping that you can give her the help she needs. He looks over to Orion and Frungi. He's like, that really goes to all of you.
Look at Iolanthe.
And he also kind of looks at Dahlia. He's like, relay the message.
Like, constantly screaming on the inside.
Iolanthe, I want you to know that, just to reaffirm the fact that I'm here for you. As more than a champion, I feel as if we could become amazing friends, besides just our roles. I just want to ease your burden as much as I can. For everyone here. This is a great task before us.
Thank you. I know that I'll need a lot of help moving forward. I just have to hope that we have the right group to accomplish this.
You have two strong dwarves, a woman bent on fire and fury, and a confident leader with a stare as cold as ice, and a very stealthy and capable elf. And me, a bard. What could go wrong?
I feel like he
Do not
has
answer that.
not been paying
Yeah, it's like-
attention at all.
Renaming this to the Fellowship of the Fail.
I have no idea what this cosmic chess match is all about, but that thing we met at the People's Grave. He said he was a crafter, but crafters use their things in no such way and do a good thing to the world.
So, question. What is Frungi's weapon?
Warhammer.
Paulo points to your warhammer. Sorry, that thing at your side, what is that called? He points to your warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's the term for that thing at your side?
Warhammer?
Oh, got it. And that was probably crafted, right?
By yours truly.
Okay. So a crafter created a war hammer. A hammer for war.
Just get out of here.
Brungi, he's trying to say that he still crafts, but it is not up to him what happens with what he crafts with. For instance, you could have a dagger, and I will unsheath the dagger from the secret compartment in my leather armor. You have a dagger.
Why do you see?
So you got dressed again?
I just took it off. I just took it off. I just took it off. You can have a dagger, but it is not the dagger's fault of what happens. It is not the maker's fault of what happens. It is the person who uses it.
That thing seems to want nothing but mayhem.
Which is why things are the way they are. Paolo, I did not mean to intervene.
Oh no, it's a fairly good assessment. Like I said, he wasn't always this bent. He created apothecaries, homes, created trade ships. A lot of people benefited from his time here. A lot of people are suffering time here. Just don't kill people. People kill people.
I'm gonna take my armor and go to the bathroom because apparently shame is common in Aurora.
So I like that you go to the bathroom to get dressed, but not undressed. You're like, gotta put the
He's
clothes on.
Hey, we do not have problems with
So, I mean, Paolo effectively looks to Io. It's like, I have to go refresh the wards. You can be staying in New Haven long?
I think a couple more days. We just have to. It was a long journey. So we still have to recover a little bit before we move forward.
Okay.
About 2 points worth.
Are we at 2 or 3?
After tonight, you'll be at 2.
It's like after tonight you'll be at 5 for all of it.
For all that shade you're throwing.
So much shame.
So much shade. Alright, well, unless someone stops him, Paulo goes out to continue his business. How would you like to spend your time here in New Haven?
I want to find Brad eventually when he wakes up.
You'll eventually find Brad. I mean, he will eventually wake up.
Do I
How was the
eventually wake
graveyard?
up?
Eventually, Dahlia will also eventually wake up, yes.
How's the graveyard doing? Are there any more bone things attacking them?
Do we want to go check out the grave?
I do.
The tomb?
All the stuff that we saved before, is it still okay?
So sure, at a high level, Brad will let you know that the graveyard's fine.
Good.
It's been very calm.
Mhm.
I mean, Knowles went through it when it got, sacked. Beyond that, no, it's been pretty uneventful past the Knowlings. No skeletal bullshittery, no curses.
Good.
Rather boring.
No necromancers with their golems and fire. None of that. Yeah, outside like a month ago where a bunch of gnolls attempted to raise the place to the ground, it's been boring.
Did they have to make another graveyard for all the people that died? Because I'm assuming so many people died.
No, the current graveyard's fine.
Okay, good. That's nice. That's nice to know.
Brungy would just be looking around, seeing if there's like a forge he can make stuff at, or
There-
whether you can help anything with like making defenses, since
Yep.
that's what the sun's gearing up towards.
Sure. There absolutely is a forge, and the blacksmith there is more than welcome to have you. There's plenty of defenses that they're building up during that time. All right, so Frungi is helping with the locals. Is Naz also helping with the locals in a lyrical way?
First, Nas wants to go and see if a letter came for him. You know, maybe it came from his mother, or maybe Islanthe's mother saying the message has been sent or something. So,
As far as post goes, there is no post currently.
and he will, just go about probably helping kids with their lessons, probably helping inspire Frungi to make something a little bit better than he probably does. And,
No.
just be a general.
He's like, I'm the best at making the things. I assume Dahlia is just drinking away her days, or is she gonna?
She's actually
cope?
gonna buy a bottle and get a room and go up to the room, and she's finally gonna take out her necklace.
Oh.
Oh no. Is this
she's
where
gonna
Dahlia
try-
finally cries?
1 week later.
And she's gonna like try and put it back together the best that she can.
Oh no.
And any pieces that she can't get in there, she's gonna like pocket.
Is all by myself playing in the
Yes.
background as she's trying to, oh, by myself. Just like, I can do this.
Playing that outside.
Alright.
no.
No,
Never
you
mind.
don't
Never
notice.
mind. Not gonna do that. I don't want my face to be beaten
Yeah,
in.
she will destroy your face worse than hers is.
Don't want to be.
You're doing an alright job.
by
There's definitely some pieces
myself.
missing. That thing is very broken. Like someone that threw it from a very high place.
You're like almost as if you were floating.
Or is the picture on it like cracked and stuff?
Yeah, it's cracked. It's tattered.
She's sad, but she puts it back on.
It's like real.
One might say that it's tattered to the point where you can't see your sister anymore, and it just completely torn up. Just you.
So, like, a
It's just
crack
you.
straight through her face.
Yep.
Oh, Emma's gonna cry.
Oh no. I
One-
mean, it's.
One might
just
say she was
Melissa-
thoroughly destroyed in the picture.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and then she's probably gonna drink herself to sleep for the rest.
Yep.
All right. So 2 days of drinking and coping. All right. So what's Io doing for 2 days? You said you're gonna be around for a while
Oh,
Right,
are
'cause-
we're hanging around for. Oh.
for your
Just-
recoveries.
She's not gonna be drunk the whole time that they're there.
Are you sure? I feel like Dolly would be drunk the whole time.
She's gonna be drunk most of the time.
Like there will be like maybe 2 hours of not
But,
drunk.
like, part of it, she'll be awake.
So Islanthe's going to go around and see how the security of the town has been since they've
Mhm.
had so many random attacks
Mm-hmm.
fall on them. She wants to make sure that they're safe because she's kind of grown a little bit attached to New Haven
Sure.
at this point. And then also she wants to see if anyone has seen Zell because this is where he disappeared. Maybe he came back at some point.
So your military acumen as a sorceress isn't the strongest, so everything looks great.
Good.
Are you just gonna bring someone with you? Maybe a city guard captain who knows what he's doing.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, I can come along if need be.
Like, Orion, like, I'm not. I mean, everything looks fine, but I might need your help. I just want to make sure that they're secure. This is apparently a very intense place for battles.
Yeah, I can help out. No worries.
Okay, thank you. We will
Okay.
go around to make sure that everything is fine.
Well, to the best of your knowledge, yes. Everything appears to be in orders. Things have been rather uneventful, as whenever there is something happening, they mobilize very quickly. They're doing daily drills with the militia and shoring up the defenses. So while you're there is a short scuffle, but it's handled very quickly. Some of the withered gnolls finding their way to the gates, and it's taken down. It's not even an event, really. A few arrows.
Oh, when I think back to when we had the giant fire, or like
the golem, yeah.
Golem just burn all their buildings down. They're doing so good now.
Were the withered gnolls that came to attack them as like?
They're just the skinny ones, not bones.
Yeah.
They're just skinny.
Farron missed them.
Farron, you did miss them. Unfortunately, there was the time where you weren't ranging. You got to see them in action. However, you're welcome to go around town and just continue to kill things.
Well, yeah, I was gonna. Well, not people. But,
right. Well, you did kill your bird.
Maybe.
Like, give it time.
Is on the mission board? Is there like any like short-term jobs for like scouting around or anything?
Yeah, there's intel jobs. You could range that way. You could pick up an odd job or two.
He would be interested in that.
Okay. Well,
as long as it doesn't take him like far away and for too long of a time.
10 days later.
10 days later. Time to go, friends. Like, I ain't here. I have been replaced by Sebastian.
You must speak to my griffin at all times.
Speak to him through my griffin, and he's doing his own bird things. He occasionally visits you when you're out and about.
I just want to say that whenever I imagine Sebastian, he is walking very sassily. With like the fancy horse dance thing, but like as Sebastian, just like.
For those that don't know, Sebastian is Farron's griffin that occasionally and mostly unhelpfully appears.
He's very much his own griffin. He is.
He is fantastic in every way possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for being so loud. I wanted to check the graves and just see if I had like some attunement to some of them.
Gotcha. You go and check the graveyards, but nothing really leaps at you. Not this time. And as far as ranging goes, you get a good scouting report of the area. Wild beasts. Yeah, sure. You get some money out of it. You got 15 gold.
Nas the man checking up children and checking graves.
That's right. That's just getting a real name for himself out there in the brave new world.
Yep.
Is there anything like interesting he comes across in the scouting?
Go out to everybody.
No.
Wait, what? Just reading.
I was wondering if Farron found anything interesting, like in his scoutings, or just rangingness.
Let's see. Possibly. Whisper DM, blah, 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 blah. Yes!
That's a yeah.
Put that on after I finish typing everything, and then I just accidentally hit enter.
Jet, she actually was whispering the entire time. You just forgot that one time. Yeah, so when you're ranging, that's an amazing thing. So this is a day where the dice just fucking love you. Farron, so towards the end of the 5th day, you catch some tracks. It's very, you catch some tracks that are going towards the stone temple, the door where Dahlia and Io went so long ago, where Barking Jarvis was so long ago, where you killed Talion's dad. That place.
That place.
That place.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What kind of tracks are they?
They're one. If they're throwing you off, it's like bird feet, and one is a pair of boots. And
So they're
you
bird
notice,
feet and boots.
yeah, large bird feet. Like an ostrich, sure, and boots. It's interesting because after doing enough of following, you notice that the pattern goes to Albert von Wolfengeist. You found Albert's tracks. He's been out and about in this area.
With
At
a
least
bird.
the past week.
With the bird.
With a bird. With a large bird. Not your bird. Sebastian could be a champion of the dark. You don't... Oh, what a fucking twist.
Don't say shit like that.
I've been a spy all along.
He's your shapeshifter, Sebastian.
Okay. And can I tell how many? Is it just like one track of boots and like
Yep.
one?
Him
bird
plus
flight?
one.
So okay. So it's not like a horde of
Correct.
people.
So it was very well hidden.
Not good enough.
Like you had to travel for a while to figure out who it was, where they were going. But fate loves you, so you figured it out.
Someone has to.
Yeah, that's true. So at the end of the second day, you'd be able to report that back.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, has anything come from Willis? I know I wrote to him when we were traveling.
Yes, you did write to him when you were traveling. And yes, you did get a letter back. Dear Io, sorry. It's an important site. I put very explicit notes about this.
Got nothing.
The Dragon Heartstone is very helpful in rejuvenating the energy of the area. And due to its lineage, it ties back to our power. Maintaining sites like this is very important. If you happen to run across them, please protect them. Sincerely, Willis. As transcribed by Fricks.
Oh, Fricks is back.
Oh, yay!
Where was Fricks before?
Getting books.
Ah, okay.
Of course.
So Ilanthe's going to write back. That is good to know. By the way, if you're able to get any books for the... Oh, God. Forgot their last name. It's going to take me a second.
Ow.
Pendergast.
Pendergast.
Yeah, like if you can get any of the books that the Pendergast asked, that'd be helpful.
Okay.
And send that off. Originally, I thought his letters would be like, sorry. Be like, great.
That would be a Clyde letter.
My bad.
My bad, yo.
So it's good. She feels better that at least they accomplished the one thing that apparently they were supposed to do, and that Nas told them to do.
Yeah, big save by Nas.
Yeah. Did you mean to send the whole letter?
God damn it!
Again?
Did I? Oh, God.
So everyone just hears Dolly being distributed like, Sheena, if you read this at all, be surprised.
I put it apparently when
Clyde, other day.
and you try to go to a second line to start your writings, it just splits it.
Just roll with
Because I
it.
did put the whisper there, it just went, nah, bitch.
It's like, nah, we're cool.
Okay, I mean, you can know that out of character.
I mean,
but
it's
none of you
okay.
know
It
in
shows that
character.
you're starting to have feelings, which is nice.
I know.
Of
Yeah, but you don't know it.
I don't know it.
Don't know that.
But you know, the remorse is nice to know it exists inside Dahlia. Now to find it in Farron.
I prefer having it in Roll20 so that people can read the chat.
I will cut you. I will.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The murder eyes. Yep.
So one person that knows that is Dahlia. Although the idea of her like drunkenly talking about it just sounds. Alright, so end of day 2. As you guys resolve a lot of traveling and feelings.
Nothing more than feelings.
Nothing more than feelings. Trying to forget my feelings of Clyde. Imagine Dahlia's I've been feeling. Alright, so what are you guys doing? It's at the end of the second day.
Well, now we're gonna go to the cave.
So
How many exhaustion points are we down to now?
yes, Farron. Are you gonna tell us what the worst thing that happened to you was?
Hold on, I have a plan for this.
I mean,
Oh,
Dahlia
yeah, I was
always thinks you're all a flailing bunch of morons. That's like her
Are we
default.
really? Come on, guys. Let's be real here.
So nothing changed.
So I would like to report what I found during my ranging to the group.
All right, go ahead and roleplay that out, buddy.
Ooh, roleplay. Okay. So I was out scouting while you were doing your political things, and I was able to come across a good friend of ours, Albert. I found his tracks out in the wilderness. He is traveling with what appears to be a large bird, and they're headed towards the temple where we're headed. So, sounds like a bit of fun.
A large bird? That
Large.
that might be the shapeshifter. That-
Albert?
It's like I got here's the bird tracks. That bird is metal as fuck.
Yes,
Was it made of
Albert.
metal?
Albert essentially is the me of the other group.
I'm asleep.
Good.
Good.
Like, as a sad note.
Well,
Well,
wait to meet him.
he's kind of.
No.
So we want to kill Albert
We do, but we can't until a certain point.
until we're champions.
I mean, we could just end it.
Unfortunately, I
now.
don't think that's quite how that happens. And if we tried to end it now, I think we would. What sort? Fail? We would fail. He has 3 champions. I've got a Dahlia. And a lot of prospective champions. But only got one.
Because they're like, I can't wait to be on the team, guys.
Just don't expect for us to be alone. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. What kind of large birds live around here?
Around here? Well, unless a griffin lands. So your bird.
Is it just griffin? Is that all I know of large birds?
I mean, Farron would know.
Yeah, Farron. What kind of large birds? Just so we can be prepared to look for a large bird. And because if his champion is shapeshifting, I kind of want to know what to look for in case one pops up.
Okay. What type of birds are
It's like, what-
because
Look,
there's
large birds
the
of prey.
bird race, right?
There is a bird race. Yeah. But they
Is
are
that a
they'll
thing
be
maybe?
it could be. They're a lot further east. Like they're near where Freeport is. They'd be traveling far away if that's the case. But that most closely matches your description of what you saw. So there you go.
Good.
It is the
What
thing
if
that
I
makes
did-
the most sense. Otherwise, he's just traveling with ostriches. I mean, whatever.
I mean, sometimes you gotta have a riding ostrich with you.
Yeah.
Bird race. Okay.
Because why horses?
Can you?
You've learned
Uh.
anything from video games and mounts. Yeah. Need that chocobo.
Yes. When we go to the cave, can you please just keep an eye out for a potential bird person? Is that what we're looking for?
Bird person.
Bird person. This is the quality I can.
This is
provide.
good. Just good Rick and Morty plug. Good job.
this is not quality here. Thank you for letting us know. We'll have to keep an eye out and hope that we don't run into him, and just hope that we can accomplish our goal before that happens. Do you remember where the cave is that we need to go to?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I think we should head out there now, especially if he is in the wake somewhere. We need to be prepared.
Of course.
What is everyone else doing? I know that Nas is sleeping because Nas sleeps.
Not
And sleepwalking towards the door.
Sleepwalking towards the door. What is Frungi? I know what Dahlia is doing. Dahlia's morning life. So
I'm just
Ryan.
nerd out of the forge until someone pulls me away from it.
Okay. How about you, Ryan? Same thing. Keep an eye on the fort. on the
Yeah.
fortifications. All right, well then, Io, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for yet more traveling.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom and be right back.
How many exhaustion points? This is very important.
It's like, but where?
Very important. I'll say at this point, you are cleared up.
Woo! We are like normal people.
Normal
Good.
human.
This is the session of getting rid of the 5 points of exhaustion.
That's what happens
Yay!
when you resurrect someone.
Now we know.
It's like, I do not want to do that again. I am so tired.
I'm just glad we didn't have to fight anything. during
Right?
that
I'm just like,
time
we're
at all.
screwed. Like, I'm gonna sleep on this horse. You guys
Yep.
are fine.
We're just gonna nap all the time.
But you learn so much about each other.
All day, every day.
I think you guys learn more about each other this session than you have in like.
We really have.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Haven't killed anything, but that's fine. You learn a lot about each other. This is the best
This is
sessions.
learning time.
I want to kill things.
Oh my god.
Look, there was a time in Adventures League where I legitimately had a player like that. And he's like, but I want to do the murder! I'm like, alright, buddy. We'll get you to skeleton soon.
Like, we're trying. There's more investigating that we can do, but you need to kill stuff.
There
I'm gonna
will
grab a
be
glass of water.
much to murder.
Yep. Current time is 6:14. If someone wants to take 5 for a bio, go nuts.
Woo!
What?
And then we journey, and then people sleep. We're getting
This is the game of sleep.
This is a game of sleep. Like, but do you sleep though? Do you even sleep?
Can you sleep, bro?
Oh, I'm trying.
No idea.
Nas is like, but I get to sleep. And the children are like, No.
Like, Farron's is like, I've waited 2 years to sleep. I just want to sleep.
All I want is to sleep, man.
I just want to get this magic dream. And then we have to find where we have to go.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part.
And then we have to not die.
So super easy. All right, we got this.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Yeah,
We got it. It's
Relatively.
cool. It's cool. Remember that time we didn't die?
Unfortunately,
That was a good
as you know, we're not the best at anything. As I'm now reading this,
time.
we're a
not.
flailing bunch of morons given too much responsibility.
We are.
I'm rambling now. What I'm trying to say is we fucked up. See, at least Dahlia takes ownership for the bullshit that occurs.
Yeah, she's really good at taking blame.
Yeah.
I mean, Ailante took a shit ton of blame at the beginning. She's like, well, fuck.
Yep.
Like, I brought you guys all together, and this happened, and now we got a guy in hell that
Yep.
we gotta get out
And
of
we
hell.
gave Elchina an arm and she ran off.
She's a little bit angry.
A little angry.
She's a bit pissed off.
A little bit.
2 years. 2 years and what? 4 groups? 3 groups?
3.
4.
3.
3 or 3.5?
Because it was, yeah, because we did the second campaign, which was Laurentia,
Yep. Which started it.
which started trying to bring him
And then
back.
Zana. And then
And then
so.
Zana, who completed it, but at the first campaign, you know, got
Did
him
start
stuck in
with-
hell.
Well.
And Mert.
So across.
Yeah.
I feel like I just provided a good story arc.
Good.
It's like, you're welcome.
You're
You're
welcome.
There.
But it's like, as a character,
If that's what helps you sleep in this cave.
like, as a player who has been trying so hard to get Clyde out of hell
For
and eventually
literal
got him
years.
out of hell, and now I'm a character that Clyde hates because I was
Oh,
one of the people
yeah.
that put him back in hell. It's real depressing for me. I'm just like, I tried so hard as 2 other people. You don't even understand.
Yeah, so as context to our wonderful viewers, during the first season, the party had a choice and chose to seal a person in hell. One party member
Our party had a choice, and one party member
Where's
chose
the-
to seal Clyde in hell.
Right. It's like, I could wait for the guy to go. I could wait. Yeah, straight down. The guy that says Farron - Ranger. They could wait,
Right down there.
or they could take care of business right now. It's like, I don't want to wait out the demon for 3 more rounds or so. I'm just gonna kill him, meow. And it's like, meow. Portal closed, guy gets stuck in hell. The significant other was not happy about this decision. No.
Ooh. Yeah. And then I played other characters That brought him back eventually.
but not the person that helped put him there.
Nope. It's fine.
I wasn't here.
Crazy.
He's like, I'm in Morocco.
How's everyone doing? Energy-wise, focus-wise, sleeps-wise, foods-wise.
I could go for about 2 more hours.
2 more hours. Well, fortunately, we're only going to be going for about 1 more hour.
Good. You got an extra hour of doing.
Mathamar's doings.
Mathmar's doings. Mathmar doings doing?
That's right.
Big stream team
Mathmar
from
doing
Mathmar
doings.
doing.
Doings?
Mathmar doings.
Doings.
It's only 1 repeat.
Okay.
Good.
Are we back?
You
Nope.
know, I
Nope.
think someone, I don't know, but someone is just going to make like a montage of how many times I've winked during this campaign so far.
There.
It's been a lot.
No, I forget who it is, but in Rem's group, they'll go back and do clips, but that would be absolutely fucking hilarious if someone actually did go back through this,
Wait.
and every single time you wink, just make it a wink montage.
They could do that with how many times I like pass out.
Yes.
Not because it's boring. I love this game. It's
As long as you're okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. You guys all. I doubt you didn't notice.
No, absolutely, dude. You're directly below me. I'm looking at my face, and I look down, and I see your face.
Yeah, I was like.
Resist the urge.
Yeah, it's real hard. I try.
You take your power micro naps where you can, bud. It's like Orion is doing things. All right. It also
I'm an
appears
old man. It's fitting.
it's true. Isn't his chair? Yep. All right. We be back. Everyone be back.
Going to a cave and gonna sleep
Is-
inside of it now.
Is that your goal? Going to the Cave of Wonders?
Uh-huh.
The Cave of Wonders.
It's either that or you're gonna get the Jurassic Park theme song again. One of the two. Welcome to Jurassic Cave.
Oh, so that's what the cave looks like.
Yep.
Last time it was in my mind.
Woo!
Oh, I'm fully healed now. I should probably make
You should
myself
probably do that.
actually fully healed.
Is that my cave? That's a nice cave.
That's a nice cave. That's a nice boulder. So, the interest of the wonderful travel montage. You've been this way before. It's not terribly far from New Haven. You go towards the Temple of Wonders and find the Cave of Wonders, where you previously murdered a family of displacer beasts.
Yes.
That Farron is currently wearing as a cloak, I might add.
Yep.
So you are oddly remembered of this as you approach this, as he is wearing the cloak of the things you murdered.
Yeah.
They attacked us first.
It's
As-
true. But we did go into their home. So
Afterward.
However, go.
Wanna go.
Who has the highest perception?
Yeah, +5.
+2.
5.
I have a +1.
Four.
+5.
Plus 5. Alright,
So we-
so one of y'all, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Orion, with advantage, roll perception.
Okay. There's.
That's a nice aesthetically. Exactly. It's the Cave of Wonders, Rem. You have to wonder why it's shaped like a. 21. Yes. So, Orion, as you're going, you see a pack of wolves running across in the distance. They don't appear to be after you, but they're out there. Some youngins, some Oz.
There are
Very-
wolves in the area. Everyone, just to mention it. Just gonna leave it
Wolves?
there.
Wolves.
So close.
Wolves. That's right.
So close it's the woods.
No, yeah.
Doing good.
Wolves are usually so free spirited, but I don't recall them being so close.
The woods?
No, not the woods, just structures of it. Usually they know that.
I mean, it's just a cave.
You know
dude.
this is a cave.
It's not an important cave. It's just a cave.
key that's close by to
Not
something.
everything is important, dude.
Is Nods off?
Alright.
Dude, me and Nas getting along in life.
Hey. You approach your wonderful cave of wonders.
We go into the cave.
I mean, you're welcome to. You should be like, show your tokens.
Okay.
I believe we're following you.
Like, I'm in a cave.
Cave.
Cave was actually a mimic size. I'm important.
Frungy runs past all of us.
Oh, oops.
Listen, the cave needs.
Yeah, the cave's got some doings that need doing.
Does this cave need enlightenment?
Very small cave.
Yes.
It is. All right. I guess now we just need you guys to sleep.
I assume we want to go into one of the chambers.
Yeah.
Just
I did not realize that there was more to the cave.
Ryan, over here.
We are now in the balls of the cave.
That's right.
Balls deep, one would
Your
say.
balls deep.
We are
Cave of
balls
Wonders.
deep in this cave.
It's so toasty.
In the cave. It's very cave-like.
Yeah, then.
What time?
It's warm as balls in here.
I don't know. You ready?
Are we gonna have them all? Yeah, we can have them all sleep at once.
Do we all just sleep?
Yeah, it's like, please sleep now.
Alright.
Wait,
This is literally what we came here for.
Alright, now some.
Ryan's like, I'm an old man. I was born for this.
Seems pretty easy.
And Dolly, do you mind staying awake with me just to make sure that we
Yeah.
don't get murdered?
That's the plan. I'm
Thank you.
gonna stay at the edge of the testicle. I mean, opening here.
That's right.
And watch out for that one in that direction.
All right. Would you block anyone that tried to go in the cave?
Any of our people? No. But anybody coming in, I'm gonna try to.
I block them.
I'm gonna try and
I was
That is
wondering
the
where that joke was
weird-
going.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to curve, but that
Ah. So it's the flaccid cave of wonders.
Oh, they're like really disturbing.
See a doctor cave of wonders.
yeah.
Looking forward to the type of dream.
I just why are they so disconnected?
Because they're chambers. Chambers
Secrets.
of secret.
So Orion has no problem going to sleep because he's an old dwarf and that's like a good third of his life.
Let me sleep.
Mm.
And now Sam plays a song so Farron falls asleep.
Does he?
Sleepy time.
Does he?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, he put the
Song
thing.
of the Feywild.
Ah, okay. And there it is. So, the first time in your life, Farron, you feel as though someone is pulling your consciousness away from you. You feel like you're going to die. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay. You freak out, but much like going under anesthesia, you realize this is part of the process before you go under and go to sleep. So you freak out like someone who's never been put under before, and then you go the fuck to sleep. So Orion, Naz, Frungi, I'm assuming, is taking one back and going to sleep. So the four of you. When you do fall asleep and enter a wonderful dreamlike state, you find that you are all still present in an area filled with silver fog. You are translucent versions of yourself, like glass, floating in a place that has no weight, no gravity. You look and feel lost, as though you have no guide.
Checking that gem.
Your gem's still there. Interestingly enough, Ryan, that whole entire thing like pulses around you, as though you yourself are not alone. You are much more full than the rest of the people here.
No ball
It's
though.
comforting.
No Balto. That's correct.
I'm going to look around, and remembering the words of Queen Titania, I will start to play my lute.
Okay. You start playing your lute, which doesn't exist. So you imagine a lute, and a lute appears.
Like, which is not there.
Darn it!
You're in a state that doesn't have physical objects. So you imagine, however, you imagine a flute, and you have a flute, and you play a flute, and you start playing your flute. Before you're there, you hear an ethereal sound that is the flute.
Nice.
Yeah, Nas is doing a good job with that music in your land of mist and silver.
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Do you
Is
hear
this
that?
like how what Farron felt when he went through the door? Like, is this similar or is this completely different?
Completely different.
Okay. So is it just like mist? Can we
Yep.
not see like the wall?
You cannot see the wall. You're surrounded by mist. Silvery mist.
Do we see each other?
Each other?
You do see each other, right? Translucent versions of each other. Orion is much more full than the rest of you. He's almost like pulsing with light.
I think of just Gary, or like Gary's rock.
You think of, you have a rock in your hand now.
Can't think of Ethel.
You split.
Oh.
You are no longer as bright as you once were, as part of your translucent glass-like form becomes the shape of Ethel.
I give her a hug.
She hugs you back.
Hello, darling.
She does not say anything, though.
Can we
Figured
see
that
Ethel
would be the
appear
case.
out of his
You
body?
actually, yes, just chest bursts right out like liquid pouring out of him and becoming form.
I look
I
at
just-
Ethel and I'm like, does this usually happen?
Mm-mm. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna like put my hand at like the back of her neck and like like touch foreheads
Mm-hmm.
and just like
Yeah,
talk.
that's right.
Having a moment.
They have a moment
Yeah.
together in Dreamland.
Mm-hmm.
It's his dream girl, Nas.
I'm going to try and imagine the wall, or just imagine guide.
Okay. You imagine Guide. Out of the mist comes a small white cat. Unlike the rest of you, that is translucent, glass-like forms of yourself, this cat is normal. Like a cat that you would see in the material world where you previously were. It has a brilliant white coat and a little gem in its forehead. Its ears are a bit longer, like a fennec fox. It approaches you and sits in front of Nas.
Hello, my friend. Could you show us towards our objective?
This is Penger.
This is Panger. So,
Magma guy?
oh, no, Pangerbon.
Cat Bunkle.
Cat Bunkle.
I don't. My arm still exists, right? I still have it.
Yes, it still exists.
I don't know if this is a thing I can do, but I'll try it, and I'll try to do Pangerbond's blessing.
Okay.
Since Pangerbond is here.
You imagine doing Pangerbon's blessing, and he does a little back. Very happy.
You are
Hello, old friend.
Alright, you said his
It's-
name was Pangerbond.
It weaves in and out of Naz's like ankles and does the purring cat thing.
Yes, that's his name is
Does he know
Pangerbond.
where to go?
And after purring around
I would presume.
Naz's feet, and Farron asks that, it continues to pad into the darkness, where its little paws hit the ground. Little dots of light are left for you to follow.
Thank you. And I will follow them.
Okay.
Following.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the white cat in the little light pads through the mist. You start seeing the outlines of a large door in the distance. At first it seems like it's an average sized door, but then you realize how far away you are from it.
As we're walking, I'm just holding Ethel's hand with my real hand, not my metal hand.
Okay. So you guys go, and then you realize that Pangerbon finally takes you to this door, which is unlike the area around, which is silvery mist-like, where the ground beneath you could very well not be ground at all, but is solid as you walk. You find yourself at the base of this gigantic door. The door itself appears to be made of a fine stone with dozens, if not hundreds, of runes in it. But you notice the closer you get, they still seem fuzzy. They seem out of focus.
I will look at Pangerbon and give him a pat on his head before
I imagine a pair of glasses.
thinking
You
clarity.
get classes.
hmm
What's up, Nas?
I will think clarity.
Clarity. Okay. So, Nas, you think clarity. You notice that there is a brief pulse of blue light higher up on the door. Too high for you to reach. Something you'd have to get several dozen feet up to see what it is properly.
I will think Raven.
Raven. Okay. You think Raven, and you find yourself standing on a large bird that is flapping its wings.
My friend, could you lift me a bit higher?
You
Thank
go
you.
up, and you go up, and you go up. And you all see this. Fucking bird's taking Nas away. Just,
Do my glasses fix the blurriness?
you have a similar situation as Nas is flapping away. That you also see along this door of fuzzy glyph that there is a single point that has a faint, glowing blue light. It is out of reach and high up.
I'll think of a ladder rather than a bird.
Okay. And at your feet is a gigantic fucking ladder.
Cool. I'm gonna climb it.
I mean, it's on the ground.
Oh,
You set it up
I'll
first.
put it up.
All right.
Yeah.
You set up the ladder.
I climb it
Orion
to
is
the ground.
Orion is climbing a motherfucking ladder. Farron, Brungi, what are you guys see a ladder and a bird taking Nas away?
I'm just gonna look at what they're just like overlook the entire thing and see what they're going towards, and then just like overall, just like
What are you doing, Mathema doing? They're going to the fuzziness that is the wall. Like they have decided that climbing this wall is a good thing, or flying around it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about it seems just fuzzy glyphs.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking all over it, just trying to make sense of what's going on.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Doop-a-doop.
If I,
I like the
I will do
glasses
that.
worked.
Insight.
Insight. What is going on here? Well, you believe that you were in a strange place. The strange door doing strange things. That's what insight tells you with 11.
Enough.
Nothing more than that currently.
Okay.
Farron.
If I remember correctly, Sally did describe it.
She
so,
did.
I'm gonna see if there's like a glowing area specific because I do remember her saying that.
Okay.
There's one for me.
So what is he thinking? What's in Farron's mind right now? What is he imagining? He's like, Dahlia told me a thing.
Right. Well, he'd see everybody or the two going for something specific. So, and from what he remembers Dahlia mentioning, he knows that there is a rune like specifically for him. So he's just looking for something that stands out.
Okay. You start looking for something that stands out. Nothing appears to really stand out, unfortunately, for you.
Of course. Can I imagine Sebastian?
You can. Gah! Now there's two birds in this weird-ass place with silver mist.
I'm gonna.
Sebastian's
like-
eyeing up the raven, by the way.
Oh shit. Okay. And I'm gonna say, look, I think I'm in a bit of a pickle. Is there anything you can do to help?
So, Sebastian looks around, and you ask Sebastian for help, and in Sebastian fashion,
Of course. Okay. He'd probably wait for Nasdem to finish and then ask for more dream guidance.
got it. So let's roll to Naz and Orion. Naz, you'll be the first to find your location. Your bird takes you to the thing that's glowing, and it looks like this. It glows with a faint blue. It's the only thing in this entire wall that seems to have a form that's not fuzzy or out of focus. Carved inches into the door itself.
Am I close enough to touch it?
You are.
I will reach out my hand and touch it.
When you touch the blue light associated to this glyph, you find that your fingers first turn blue, numb almost, as that spreads then to your hand, to your arm, to your shoulder, then your entire body. You fall off of the raven and fall faster as though that you were created with lead, and you wake up.
Damn it.
You feel so everyone sees that Naz turns blue and falls like a stone off of his raven. Naz, you feel effectively like both cold, hot, electrocuted, like if all the elements themselves have parsed through you. But you are currently woken up to probably Io, who gets to explain your therapy session. The next up would be Orion. Orion, similarly, you are going up this ladder and you find this. Same thing. Carved in the stone, inches in, glowing blue. Yours appears to be moving constantly in circles.
As gears do.
As gears do.
Oh! I just realized what. Oh, clever.
Yeah!
We got there.
I realize that with a ladder, it's like a one-person thing. Could I have thought of a two-person ladder that's like longer, and then Athos climbing with me?
As you think that, ends. Now it's a longer ladder. However, your ladder ends at this glyph. It's a large door. Or you can have a ladder that's like the entire stance of this door.
No,
That's stairs at that point.
I want to get back to Ethel before I touch it.
Okay. I mean, Ethel's with you. Like, she's never left your side. She's climbing with you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And
Yeah, like when you realize like a single, she's just like on your back.
Cool. Then I'll touch it and like see if something happens.
All right, you touch it. Your fingers turn blue. And your hand. And your arm feels cold, feels hot, electrical. And your shoulder. And your chest. Everyone that's still there, so Frungi and Farron, you see the ladder crash into little glass-like splinters as he falls like a rock down through the mist, and you are awake.
You'd be like, Athmar doing? What the fuck am I doing here?
It's to you.
Did anything seem clear to you at all? Everything's so fuzzy for me.
I'm just gonna ask clear and look around.
Clear. Sure.
Mhm.
So you say clear, and it starts raining in front of you.
That feels less
To
clear.
who? Everybody?
No, it's just raining. So less clear maybe for Baron, but Frungi, much like a mist or like a rainbow, you start seeing prismatic light coming from a part of the wall. Baron, you've just been more fuckered. Now you can't see a goddamn thing with this rain. 2 years!
We're not finishing the session until
Just need to see my goddamn image.
Where is it on the wall?
High up. Like
Alright.
3/4 up. To the left. I'd say it's in the upper leftmost quadrant of this gigantic fucking door.
All right. I'm just gonna think to myself, big. Situated
Alright.
right in front of it.
That's Farron. You see, man, this is bad with the image here. Yeah, so Frungy gets bigger.
badass.
He gets bigger and bigger and bigger. He is like Frungizilla, just growing. You're now as tall as the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Examine the part that's like.
It's so small because you are so goddamn big now. But much like the other one, inches deep. Glowing blue light. Interesting that this one is that the circles and the arrows are in different states of light, kind of like a bad Christmas show.
So it's kind of dancing around, or different colors, or what?
No, it's all blue, different intensity. Okay. It doesn't seem to follow a pattern.
Okay.
The floor of a nightclub.
I'm just gonna like poke it right in the middle.
All right, you poke it, and your finger takes up the entire glyph. Your finger turns blue. Your hand turns blue. Cold. It's hot. Spasmodically electrical. Your forearm. Your arm. Yeah. She resisted hardcore. My magical arm!
Yeah, it would have been my whole body if somebody hadn't awoken me up.
Truth. All right, your chest. And then... No. So Farron, so you're seeing, Frungizilla just turning blue. Becoming very blue. And then... in true Zilla fashion, he just falls backwards. And then into the mist. Like ye old giants of yore. And Frungy, you're awake. Farron, you are all alone. The rain goes away when he leaves. All alone. When there guide you. All alone.
Just one rain cloud only over your
right?
head.
No one there beside you.
Definitely told you how this works, dude.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Would I remember? Because it's been 2 years in real life, and I had to learn a new language.
I'd say between the improv of that is your in-hell trip has made you a little spotty.
Oh, that's true.
But maybe you could use context clues.
Context?
That.
Well, like, from what they did?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could just sit down and maybe meditate, trance. Maybe, not like deep trance, but maybe just like try and seek some kind of focus. Because he's trying to like...
So describe what Farron is doing and what Farron is thinking.
Well, he would probably just sit down and try, because he's in this environment he doesn't understand.
No,
seeing shit like he's never probably seen before, even like entrancing. So he'd probably just try and like just clear things out and like, I don't want to be like seek clarity because like 4 people have said that already. But
that's fair.
Seek some kind of like calm and like direction, because Sebastian was just a bit of a dick.
So you think direction.
Okay.
And as you think that, you look down and there's a line. It goes forward, and then up, and then goes around the door until it stops with a big ass arrow. And you see a part of the door lights up blue. It too is way the fuck up there.
Okay. But the line is on the ground, right?
Yeah, it's like then up. It goes on the ground, then it hits the door, then it goes up. And it follows up the door until it hits your little glyph.
I'm gonna walk on the line and then kind of like Spider-Man walk, like as if like I'm still gonna
Sure. So
like
you
I'm
start,
monking it.
you were monking it. So you start walking like that, like it is a tightrope, and you believe strong enough in it that you do spider walk up this line, upwards, upwards, upwards. So your idea of direction, there's no feeling of gravity here at all. So you don't even feel like inertia trying to pull you back. You now think that the ground is this door. You're walking on a door.
Mm-hmm.
And at your feet now is a glyph. And the glyph looks like this.
Ooh. Okay. Very nice. And I guess I'll kneel down because I'm standing on it, and then.
Superhero pose. Ha! Ha! All right. You touch it with your hand. Your hand turns blue. Cold, hot, electrical. Then your arm, shoulder, your chest. And then you don't fall down.
Don't wake up.
Nope. You drift away like dust in the wind. And you wake up.
Never doing that again. Never doing that again.
So, Io, since Dahlia is guarding the entrance to the Cave of Wonder, you see them wake up in succession. First, Nas, Orion, Rungi, finally Farron. So we'll start with Nas, since Nas arrived back to your land a lot earlier than the rest. All right, now you can roleplay out there. Ah! Lands.
What did you say? Awake?
So that's what it's like to be tall.
Yeah,
Never doing
they're
that
awake.
again.
Dahlia, I might need your help.
All right, I'll go back in.
Like, I need your help. What did you see?
A lot of mist.
The same doors last time.
A weak kitty.
Finger bone.
Oh, Pinger was there.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, he was.
That's good. Did he show you where you need to go for your trials?
A large door.
Right.
There was a glyph upon it.
Panger's not physically here, but there's your Panger Bond.
Like, Pinger!
This gigantic Panger Bond.
If I recall, this out of character, because correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't at the door where we found where our trials was. Modest Lock had that information, right?
He did.
Right.
It has been a couple years.
So they're just gonna have their stuff, and then we're gonna have to figure out based on context and shit. Okay.
Great. Okay.
Right.
Because it just looked like you were about to start asking them, okay, where do we go?
Right.
Like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I'm like, I know we had to figure out where.
Yeah, no, we had Modest Lock.
But also, it has been 2 years. Do you remember how Modest Lock first found his trial?
Pengerbon.
With Pangerbon. So we need to find Pangerbon.
Yep.
Do we know where he was last time?
Nope. He's a magic cat. He does his own thing.
But we know that he's with Paolo.
Usually,
That's
yeah.
true.
So we
But
can
he
look
wasn't
around.
in when Paolo. Oh, I was just unconscious.
He
during
wasn't.
that part.
For the people who were awake.
Right.
Can I, for a second time, activate Penguin's blessing and just focus real hard on Finger? It's like, oh.
Pangerbon.
Did Farron see Panger while he was scouting?
No. When you were scouting, you did not see Pangerbon. While you were in Mistland McGee, yeah, you saw Panger. Everyone saw that cat lead you to the door.
Well,
Right.
what images did you see? What stood out to you?
I touched a glyph that looked like a pair of gears. Fitting, and I look at the arm.
But it does seem to fit you. What about you, Nas?
You are muted, Nas.
Nas! You can't hear no Nas.
My bad.
Nas, honey, honey.
I'm going to trace on the ground a dream catcher.
Also fitting. All right.
Okay. Frungi?
Bunch of balls and arrows. I'll just do the same thing.
Again,
Balls.
fitting.
And what about you, Farron?
He would draw it, and it looks like a glyph for wind.
That one's a bit confusing.
Captain Planet. He's
Although-
not farin.
You do have a thing with birds.
You do.
Not the weirdest thing it could have chosen.
Like now we just have to figure out where to go, and I know that we had, Modest Lock last time, but we used Pengerbon, so we need to figure out
How to get Modeslock out of hell,
Uh,
or
what Penger.
Pengerbon was within my arm at one point. I don't know if that helps.
that brings up a couple more questions. For
Yeah.
sure.
I'll give you guys a few to talk about that and step away for a moment. As you guys figure that shit out.
I mean, we were fighting a dragon in multiple planes, and then Penger jumped into my arm. I was very confused. He lets me shoot out these like light beams.
As you do, just
Of
casual
course. Yep.
It
light
That
cat
was
beam.
weird. Well,
it's
Fingerbone hangs out with Paolo, right? Let's just find Paolo.
Well, we know where Paolo is, but Pengerbon wasn't there.
Well, we still find Paolo and ask him if he's seen his cat.
Fair.
Who's Paolo?
What?
you-
Oh, right, you did not
Oh, yeah, you were
outside.
gone for that part. You were dead. Or we thought you were dead. That's fine. He's
fine.
an ex-champion who was stuck in some kind of time thing that we freed. He was asleep in the engine of the thing that killed you.
Or that we thought killed you.
Didn't kill me.
Yeah, the thing that
Yeah.
didn't kill you, apparently. Sorry, I'm not gonna. That's gonna take a minute.
I've,
It's been a whirlwind of a week, guys.
I've had a lot of feelings, and a lot of things have changed.
I have an idea. I'm not sure if it'll work, but when it comes to me, when I have no other ideas, either sleep or play a song. And playing a song doesn't really apply in this situation, so I think I'm gonna sleep since I just.
Oh.
woke up.
Well, you did just sleep. You want to try sleeping again?
Yes.
Okay.
And he never woke up.
And that's
Oh,
how Nas did. Well, you
If
said
we have
that
to
you
wake him up by slapping him. Can I do it?
were.
Can I try using Pengerbon's blessing again and focus real hard on where he is?
Focus. Focus on Pangabon's blessing. Ugh, can I get a Pangabon? Yes.
Pangabon.
Didn't work.
Well, now something happens.
Oh,
Like
something
Kozak.
happened.
So you focus on Pangabon and he leaps out of your arm.
Ah.
What? Nice.
Press
I've
button.
learned a
Well,
lesson- I've learned a lesson
Pangabon!
Hello, little
You
friend.
can
Situation.
stick around, Orion.
He jumps out. Little cat-like creature.
Yeah.
Bounces off the wall. Lands. Looks up at Orion.
I didn't expect that to work. Hello, friend.
It's like this is.
He looks up at you and goes,
I give him a cat.
I want to pet Pengerbon.
It's like scratch like down
Eh.
here, and like up here, and like down here, just like scratch, scratch, scratch.
his fur is so soft.
Oh, that's my kitty, kitty.
I'm going to be near Orion when I go back to sleep. I'm gonna try sleeping again. See if anything happens.
Okay.
Lanti's gonna walk up to Panger, kneel down, and be like, "All right, we need your help, buddy. We need to know where to go for their trials." I'll pet him. To be a cat. He's gonna cat stare.
He leans into your hand.
Oh, I will pet him.
Okay.
Is that something you can help us with?
He lays on his side.
He's like, pet
Pet.
me more.
Presents
Yeah,
the
this
soft
is very
underbelly.
tough.
A dog person? What?
That was in character.
And the anger kind of like shoots Dahlia a glare, like, how dare you?
Judgment cat eyes.
Just like,
Player loves kitty cats. Not a huge fan.
Like
You know
player
you li-
loves real Pangerbon.
You know you're doing life right when you're RPing petting a cat.
that's right.
Baron would
Aurora Adventures, where you two can roleplay petting a cat.
He
Good.
Well,
I like how
Um,
Dahlia's always like this close to getting her mission, and no one follows
So
up.
close. It's not gonna happen.
um,
Alright, so
Baron would offer Pangerbon some food.
alright, what do you offer Pangerbon as food? What do you feed a cat that just came out of Orion's arm and's got a gem in its forehead that just guided you on a mystical mist journey in your dreams? What do you feed Pangerbon?
I think I had some like bird.
Some bird?
Like
Some raven, perhaps?
Birdseed?
Well,
Oh, you had a bunch of jerky, right?
Always. Birdseed.
yeah.
2-year-old birdseed.
Yep. Yeah, keep it fresh. Wow.
Always fresh.
Always fresh. It's a ranger. Alright, so I mean, Panger eats your food giblets, noms on it. His tail flicks as a cat would do. Like playful cat food. He's like you summoned him to dinner is effectively the look on his face.
It's like, all right.
I'm paying tribute. Maybe he'll help now.
It's not Agma guy.
Different cat.
Different cat.
So Ilanthi, vaguely remembering what she did before, or at least remembering, she's gonna hold on to her stone
Mm-hmm.
and think on the symbols that everyone wrote down to see if that will help guide her to where we need to go. So, like thinking of the gears, the wind symbol, and just hoping that something will show her what direction to go.
Do you think like all of them in succession, one in particular?
She'll start with the wind first.
Okay. So you start with the wind, and Vaughn gets up, walks, stops with Frungin, rubs against his ankle. He gets distracted for a bit, closer down to the ground, easier to pet.
He's helping. He's helping you pet him.
Anger sits, stares at you as you look, or intently focusing on your.
I was just like, I got this. Just gonna remember.
And
Shouldn't you look into the gem?
I could. There's many things I can do with the gem. She's trying this one first. She's going hold
So-
first.
Hanger gets up on his hinds and starts like clawing at you, like what you're doing is wrong. It's like
It's like, no. So she like, let's go. She's like, she'll like hold it.
meow,
Yes,
meow,
finger.
meow,
Alright,
meow.
Head out in a minute to go to that thing.
All right, well we're about to wrap up, so good timing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then she's gonna like hold the stone, like hold it up to her face and like look through it, like, eh?
And he sits. Hanger watches at you, just
Better. She like,
Haven't been clawed to death. That's
just like
good.
thinks about the wind symbol again and looks through. She's like,
okay. You happen to see something in your stone.
okay, there we go. What do I see?
I mean, from where you currently are, like a little bit of blue. These are like. All right, now that you're further away, you can barely make anything out.
Okay.
At this far away, you can. Oh, there's definitely something in there. Madame Iolanthi's. Okay, thank you. Okay, you get.
Like, in her eye, like it's fucking there.
It's like what the fuck. You get it. You start getting closer to it, and you make out a cliff. You make out the water directly below the cliff. And eventually you see this.
Okay. Do I have a
You
feeling
recognize
of like
that?
what area of the world that's in?
Nope.
She's just like, cliffs.
You do not. That is all you see.
Okay.
Can you describe it to us?
I can't.
Share with the class.
Can I wake up now?
You can, because it's not helping you.
You have slept. Congratulations.
Well, that was disappointing.
So I see cliffs, and then almost like floating islands over the sea.
Over the sea, over the sea.
Is this something
Is
any
that
of us
familiar
can
with
recognize?
at all?
Ring
Let's
any
see.
bells?
As we all ask the same question.
Right,
Right.
simultaneously.
In varied form.
Anybody?
Anybody?
Just looking at each other like, do you know? Do you know?
So, Farron and Nas, you are familiar with this. So, Nas, you're familiar with this because that area was not terribly far from where the Dolphin tribe was. The Cliffs of Eover, which is where the avian race lives.
Cliffs of Yover?
Eover.
And
I
a
say-
I
coconut?
say that.
Also, Farron, in your time, you have also been there. Similarly.
What
That-
took
the-
him there?
What took ranging? Nomadic lifestyle, you're over 100 years old. So it's in the wilderness. Generally speaking, people don't go out there. There's nothing out there but the tribe of bird folk.
Who are usually hostile?
Discount Cliffs
I
of
don't know
Dover.
anything about them.
God damn you, Discount Dover. Do you know anything about them? You know that they're generally reclusive, and ships that sail along the coast often get raided by them, like magpies. So they're not very friendly. And the cliffs themselves are
Not friendly,
pretty-
reclusive.
pretty sacred to them.
Okay.
And they have a great affinity to air and air elementals.
Ooh.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay. So we may know where we need to go next to get Fairy
Okay.
Joe.
It is
What
many
next?
many days away.
So, do we want to look at the?
Other ones as well?
Yes.
Yes. So now that she knows that, she's like, I need someone to write this down. I know, Farron, you are not. Have you gotten better at writing?
I'm being summoned to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Catch you
wrap
next
up here anyway.
All right, cool.
Thanks. I actually with that point in time, before you start going into everyone else's shenanigan trains, we'll go ahead and cut out a little bit early because you're planning on doing that anyway, and go to the after talk. So far, you guys have learned a lot about each other. Let's go over the. You can go, Greg.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm still here.
Yeah. You'll figure. We'll
I'll
text
check
you.
tomorrow.
Just check Discord. Just check
Yeah, I'll
that.
go come stop tomorrow.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. So still. Yeah. Let's move to an area that does not completely fuck over our. There you go. Be right back. Why? 'Cause it's got a fucking graphic on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep audio up.
Okay.
So, recap of what you guys did. You guys effectively went from the tomb of the people to New Haven, and then from New Haven to the Cliffs of Wonder, which now looks like a dong. I can't unsee it. Went through, found out at least the aspects and where to go for Farron's trial. Of the cards that you were able to do, what Nas was, what do you believe makes you successful? Did not get that this session, so you hold on to that. Dahlia came so close so many times.
She's gonna have that
So
moment
many
time.
times!
There is never gonna be a moment where she's gonna get
Have you? Yeah, because it's a heart card. Like Dahlia's absolute fucking worst types. Anywho,
And of course, like it's the session right after all the shit happened.
She's like, I'm having so many feelings. Not
Like
about
it's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna talk to anybody.
what have you had a hit? Hers was, have you had a pet once, or one that you've always wanted? Did not happen. Io was what's your favorite color, food, or drink, and she went with her food, which is Zell's soup.
He made some good food. I remember.
He was a good cook.
Because he critted.
He did.
He
It was very memorable. Let's see. Orion's was, how do you cope with anger or loss? I think there was some skirting around loss, but didn't really hit on it.
Mm-mm.
Farron was, what's the worst thing that's happened to you? Didn't get covered. And Frungis,
talk
do
about
you
it.
argue or avoid conflict? What's up, Connor?
Oh no, like he didn't really talk to a whole lot of people this session, but I did have like a monologue prepared. Should
It's like
someone
I
like
was
that.
ready.
Well, the idea is interaction, so
Like we-
we need you to share that with people. The intent behind that is that your party gets to know you.
What? Can you just have a soliloquy?
Soliloquy?
Yeah. Just to the audience.
Like
just.
I wake up and now is my time. I tell my story.
If you do it to like musical, maybe. It'd be like
I
Les
can do
Mis. No, not you, Nas. Not allowed.
I just want Farron to
Summon
come out.
Sebastian and just give him a monologue. This
Yep.
is how I feel right now.
I just want like Farron to wake up from a trance. Like, as a young child, I did not quite.
Just one spotlight.
Someone just casts light, and then they just put the object.
Dahlia's like, Ram, like, I decided to scribble a picture of a dog, a woofing. And I say to myself, this is the pet that I've always wanted.
I would like a war elephant for a pet,
That's
Bear.
already come
or a
up.
bear.
I thought. Oh.
That sounds like
saying.
we had a gnome that was like, I want a, what did he want to ride on top of as a war like mecha? It was something. It wasn't quite an elephant, but it was something like a huge creature.
I can't remember.
Oh, it was an ogre. He wanted to ride on the back of an ogre and be a war ogre.
I mean, everyone has their
Yeah.
dreams.
The discount cliffs of Dover. The cliffs of the over. One letter down.
Because
Yep, it's time.
yeah.
So we're cutting a little early. Alright, guys. So,
Well,
so,
did we want to take this over to the Discord chat so like we can?
Mhm. so we can
talk
chat.
about-
So we'll do an after chat over in the Discord channel. Anyone is
If you guys want to talk about.
theories and shenanigans.
I really just want to know where those other places are.
We'll get there.
You'll get there. It's not-
Yeah.
That's
Impatient.
next
That's
week.
after mine.
No spoilers.
Farron's like, I've been waiting so goddamn long for not taking away my.
Always thinking of Agma guy.
Azkaban.
That fucking cat.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you guys over in Discord.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye.
Doot doot badoot end. Bop.
Bop.
Bop 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 bop.
That is an accurate depiction of Agma guy.
Right? Every time I look at him, I'm like, that's fair. For Lord High Lord Agma guy, the cat with an arsenal.
No, I don't. I
So
don't
what
think
do
no
we-
one.
What do we
Oh,
think of the accent? How did I do?
I liked it.
I
That
think
was
it's good.
cool.
It was
Like, it
unexpected. 'Cause I was
kinda-
like, what?
It
Yeah.
kind of like went in and out at some points, but like the accent that this lady has is so like strange. I have to like rewatch the clip sometimes, like during the session, to like get it back.
I mean, it's fair. It takes time to
Yeah.
get things adjusted.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was cool that you tried it and you did a really good job with it.
Probably never gonna do that with any character I ever play.
Nope, we're gonna have an Emma accent always.
Always. Now I got very excited when you went into Accent Land. As
Yeah.
I like how all of the guys in our campaign are doing accents, and the girls are just
And then
like,
Steph and I
nah,
were just like,
good."
nope, we're good.
Well, I'm just waiting for the one day that like Io busts out and like suddenly I'm a Disney princess and just sings, just belts one out,
Just suddenly becomes an opera.
right?
Did I not mention that was one of her abilities? I'm sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
should throw that out.
Someone
there.
one of these days she's gonna roll like a 20 on performance and like, and now it's time to do Carmen.
And that's when Farron just walks into the woods. never
Right?
to be seen.
Never to be seen again.
I was like, fuck this shit. Just gonna.
I've seen some weird ass shit, but this one it's over.
Maybe Celine will take me back.
like this is not what I signed up for.
Hey guys, we can get a $30 credit when we boost a post on this page.
What?
I feel like there's something wrong with me where like anytime it's like, hey guys, we can do like something, my brain's like, we can murder people. We can get a $30 credit if you murder someone. I'm like, that
needs
Supernatural.
that needs to get checked out.
that's not a healthy mindset. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry, Dave. You don't have to be
resourceful.
Resourceful.
Very humble mindset.
I mean, surprisingly.
What is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was about to say,
I'm looking at the Facebook shot.
I'm looking at the picture of fucking Agma guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think no one knows about Agma guy except Nas, right? Nas is the only one.
Nas. Well, technically,
Ryan.
I mean, no, the truth about Agma guy? No, that's just no one knows in character because the person that knew blew himself up.
Blew himself up. Good. Okay.
Well, Sibylla didn't know the truth.
Nope.
Well, that'd be a spoiler. I'll put it in spoilers. I will say at this point, Sibylla definitely knows.
Now Sibylla knows. Oh, it's real.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry,
Can
but
I have happy characters?
I don't know, man. I felt very bad because I kept that storyline along where it was gonna naturally end. I'm like, man, fucking Connery's characters are just downright tragic. Like,
You tried so hard to survive last campaign.
to be fair, Cedric's character was gonna goat you into you killing yourself, and he succeeded hardcore.
Like, there's only one way, and it is in your death.
You must die so that I may live.
I mean, for Cedric, it's like he must die so that this is amusing as shit. It's like, no, there's other ways. No, there's no other way. This is the only way. You gotta push him out. Gotta take the hit for your bay.
Yeah, he was a bit of a dick in that way.
But that was Cedric. This is his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as a player, because definitely he played up. What's her name? Not Sibylla.
Scipia.
Scipia. Yeah, too many names.
Scipia. Technically, no, everyone
Scipia.
has
Safina.
Yeah.
I had Safina before Scipia.
That's fair. You did have squatters rights on the sounds.
And it is my favorite word in Dorita, so.
Nina.
I mean
So-
ship.
Ah.
So bird people.
Bird people.
I have seen them in monster manuals.
Yeah,
I have not.
They look
What's-
cool.
they do.
I haven't
What-
read anything about them. The
So-
image is cool.
What's their deal? What do we know anything about bird people?
They look like birds and people.
Mhm.
Okay. Do they look like bird person?
They could have been walking with.
If you've
Kind
ever seen
of.
What's
Furby
his face?
Birdman,
Do they look like in Zelda?
Ah, yeah, I know what you're talking
Bird,
about.
the dick bird. Do they look like the dick bird?
Yeah, it kind of does look like Dick Bird. Yeah, it does. I know who you're
Okay.
talking about in Breath of the Wild. That's not too far off. They look like those
Okay.
people. Let's
They
go
live
with
in
that.
big caves.
I mean, explains so much. Maybe the tracks you were following because it's like this is the cave. This is a bird person cave.
Well, I'm thinking it's not coincidence at this point that I found like bird-like tracks, and all of a sudden I have to go to like the bird place.
Oh no, I'm concerned
What?
that we're like, let's go to the bird place. After you found bird tracks, I'm like, well, shit.
This is where we find out that Sebastian's been a bird person all along.
Dun dun dun! Surprise! He is the shapeshifter. He's been tracking you the entire time.
That would be something tragic for my character, though.
No,
so you
you're-
know what? Okay, probably.
Probably. You're my only friend. I shot you.
But I brought you back.
As a cooler
Better.
version.
As a cooler version that you're now your enemy. That would be tragic.
We've only made him stronger.
Oh, Farron, tragic stories. I figured that the card for you would be the easiest one. It's like, yeah, what bad thing hasn't happened to Farron?
Okay, guys, remember that time I got stuck on a boat and I thought I was going to die? And I've lost like half my life and then I'm back here? Look at that.
Surprise.
Right? Well, the only person that really talked to him was 100% reclusive.
That's true.
Yeah.
You did have the session where your bestie was kind of in shock.
Yeah.
Listen, I just needed to get drunk for a weekend and then I'm fine.
For a weekend, like a week.
That's a week of you getting drunk.
She was only drunk in the.
I don't know where you were.
I didn't have access to nearly enough alcohol for that when we were traveling.
I mean, it's understandable. Like you saw, you realized that you've actually seen your sister multiple times, and then she just died right in front of your eyes, and it was a whole.
She was murdered in front of my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Bones crushed and all, man.
Right. Gone. Brutal.
Everything's fine.
Right. Like a saltine cracker. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
So, what do we think we're gonna have to do for our for the trial for Farron?
No fucking clue.
Do we need to get one of those windsurfers?
Oh
We
god.
should definitely get something
And land.
so all of us can fly. Because there are literally floating islands. Somebody needs to get the fly spell.
I'm just glad I
Floating-
hopefully will get Sebastian to help me with this.
Oh,
Do we need to start training Sebastian?
not rely on Sebastian.
I thought it was extremely clear about Sebastian's, proclivity to help. Anything.
So, like, fuck this. How else can we
Even-
fly?
Even in the astral plane, he was like, fuck you, and just kind of went away.
But it was a good moment.
It was. He was glad to see you again before he went off to do astral plane shit.
It's like, cool, I'm here now. Goodbye.
I've always wanted to be over here. Thanks, bud. Thanks, brah.
Hey,
Well, like, how else can you fly? What are your flying abilities?
So,
So,
I just found this picture of pigeon shoes.
pigeon
What?
shoes?
Feels appropriate. I'm gonna.
Oh, are they like the heels that look like a pigeon?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I've seen those. I'm like, what
I
is
just.
this?
I need.
I don't think anyone ever needs pigeon shoes.
No, I need people to.
Oh
see
man.
them, 'cause that's
what?
Like, I don't need these, but someone needs to look at these.
And considering how much bird stuff just happened, birds. I feel like those heels would help us in this quest.
I mean, something's got to help us in this quest. Because
So true.
I have a feeling that we're just going to fall, and that's how we die. And that's why the DM is so concerned about our death, because we're just going to fall to our death.
I'm telling you, we gotta find somebody with like a floating disc or
I
spell. At
thought
least
you were
have
going to
feather
go
fall.
Yep.
completely different
I did
direction
too.
with that phrase.
Me
And
too.
someone's like, floating dicks, something. I was like,
So many dick jokes today. So many.
I mean, yep.
we did go into a penis cave.
We did go into a penis cave, which is
Can you
another term for
ever have
vagina.
too many though?
Not for the internet, no.
Many dicks? No such thing.
There's always a chance for more dicks. Nope, I just feel sad now.
Yep. Munch, munch, munch. So, next topic.
Like,
These snacks are amazing. Thank you.
which ones were good? Because I know I got you a couple.
Well, the snack pack.
Oh yeah.
Like, the popcorn's okay, but I'm liking the pretzel, surprisingly.
Snacks? Bring me snacks.
Well, you know what? You live too far away for me to bring you snacks.
Well,
It's true.
you should fix that.
You should fix that. Just Uber it. Uber snacks over. Why not?
I wish that Postmates was actually in this area. 'Cause be like, I'll just Postmates it to you. Here you go.
Well-
Oh, they're not in this area either. Dumb.
There are only like 2 cities, maybe 3 cities in Maryland. I'm like, that's fair. You can't.
They're not on this continent.
I mean,
We need
Yes.
this.
you need this.
We have other versions.
Can you export this whole post?
Can you Snacks on demand.
Card, man.
It's like, look,
Do something in-
Ramconi snacks meow. It just gets delivered by drone.
Good.
Does anyone cook dinner for me so I don't have to?
It sounds like you need a maid. Or like a servant.
Listen, that's all I want.
All I want in life. That will be the
Somebody do
card.
everything for me.
How do you feel when you're successful? When I have a maid that does everything for me. A servant, really. We'll call him Jarvis. And maybe he'll do.
I would treat Jarvis better than he was treated.
That's fair.
You know what? I am trying to make
I'm
up
feeling
for that
attacked right now.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Well,
You did kill Jarvis. You literally killed him.
You did. You
Still feeling
you
attacked.
murdered him.
still feeling attacked.
Maybe kill less people.
I feel like he also felt attacked that day.
That's
Yeah,
true. Several times.
Not for long.
Not for long.
Not for long.
I mean, for a long, he came back. He was finally killed only recently.
Did come back.
He did. And now he's in a dragon corpse.
Like,
In the center of a
eternally,
cave.
though, right?
Yeah, pretty,
Like,
yeah,
it's just-
eternally, yeah.
That
You mean
man-
Sai, you're the one that got the other one there. Italian's fate is at least half your hand.
She feels real bad about it.
Yeah, well, feeling bad doesn't get him out of soul hell.
Listen,
That
it's like
is
Dahlia
fair.
wrote in her message. We're a bunch of flailing morons.
That is so
But
true.
we're trying real hard.
We're triers, but we're not good at anything at all.
But what have we done that actually was a
Like-
success?
Farron wasn't even like mad at that letter because it was so true.
Right. I don't think anyone would be mad if Dolly was just drinking whatever's available and just writing it while, like, orating it. We're a bunch of flailing fuck-ups. I'm glad the world's better. We're not helping.
There are better people in the world than us, and thank God for that.
Glad it worked out for you. We suck.
Yeah, we're not strong.
Nope.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're
But
trying.
we're trying.
You are
Where
trying.
nobody can criticize us.
I don't know. Pretty sure a few people can.
Nope, nobody.
No, I
Nobody.
think it's pretty solid.
I don't think they need to judge you. It's pretty apparent.
It's fine.
That's okay. You guys just may or may not die. Pretty much the basic thing of a...
Yeah, but that's
Dungeon.
just like every day.
It's true. Not today. Today was a lot of casual travel and roleplay.
That's true. I'm gonna tell John about it, and he's gonna be so jealous.
So, Jelly?
Yeah.
Good. That's what we're here for.
You'd be like, there was 3 times where I almost said how much I like dogs, but no one picked up on that thing. Fuck them.
It's like I talked about dogs in my sleep so many times, and no one brought up
Nope.
dogs to me. How dare they?
Listen, I told Pengerbon that I was a dog person.
Yep. No one jumped on that wagon at all.
It's cool. It's fine, guys.
I like that was just being like, I told a cat that I was a dog person, and no
It's
one
not just
wanted.
any cat. It's Pengerbon.
It's Pangerbon.
Were you expecting Pangerbon to carry that conversation? Like,
Please tell me more. All you need now is Balto, so you can be like, Balto, see, this is what I like.
Yes. I
Like
will give
this.
Balto all of the pets.
it's like, you know what, Balto? I occasionally thought of you like a pet.
Balto is more than a pet. He's
Yes.
family.
That's right. Okay. So are you and Balto going to start starting Olive Garden together?
We might. We'll have the greatest breadsticks.
Start one in New Haven. It's a great town. It's still there.
Oh, guess what I got yesterday?
That's an open-ended.
Completely unrelated.
Good.
Yeah.
I got my TEFL certification sent, so I'm officially certified. What?
What?
To teach English and for.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so teaching English as a foreign language and then teaching English as a second something.
Yeah, it's dark side, right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so that means like I can actually get paid real money to do the exact same thing that I'm doing now and not get paid money.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way? Because I know you were
yeah.
looking for jobs, and then
Oh yeah, I mean, like I'm always looking for jobs. I feel like it's good to have like experience with like interviews and stuff because I don't want to come back rusty. But I'm gonna be back in late August for Lizzie's wedding.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna miss a week in. I'm gonna miss a session in May because we're going to Barcelona for a week. But no, yeah, the next time I'll be home is in August, and then actually in July, I'm gonna find out my final return date. So I'll be coming back either early November, somewhere between early November and like December 7th. December 7th is like the last day.
Just in
I
time for
vote-
shit weather, right? Good.
No, it's like, no, I vote that you come back like a little bit before November 10th so that you can just come to my house on my birthday and we're just gonna drink
Ah,
in celebration.
we have stocked up.
Like, Connor has returned. Here's all the wine that you missed while you were gone. I got
Shit.
this wine.
Well, Ramadan's about to start, and like the one liquor store here closes, so I need to like go and stock up like a drunk chipmunk or something.
It's like, I'm prepared.
'Cause otherwise, I'll have to go all the way to Tangier to get booze, which sounds very. It's not like that far, but that's still annoyingly
It sounds bad.
laborious.
Laborious.
But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna ship off to bed.
Yeah, it is late there.
I
I
will
should
talk
probably
to
go
you
feed myself.
all, and I'm looking forward to the spoiler, but also not because I can just not see this going in any good way for Savannah.
It's like, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
just wanna know. All right. See ya.
See ya.
See ya, get some rest.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll put that in mixed spoilers later.
All the stuff. All the depressing.
So many sadnesses.
Yeah?
Alright,
Yep, it's true.
exactly. All right, I'm gonna go make food now.
Now there's just the three of us.
Well
With our lurker.
Yeah, sort of. I'm a pretty bad lurker because I do actually pipe up every now and then.
Good. Solid.
I can try to lurk harder if you want.
No, it's alright.
So what are your thoughts, Sir DM?
For post-game shenanigans?
Yeah.
Thoughts. I liked the
Sure, you had
development.
a lot of awesome plans, but then the players got involved.
the
It's usually how it goes every week.
DM standard? Yeah. It's the DM 9 to 5. No, I really liked all the interaction. I was a big fan of Nas reeling in, kind of adding some spice. That he then became the party creeper, which is just hilarious.
I mean, he collected
that.
children.
Yes, and then the
And
graveyard,
stripped.
and I love Nas's character.
Nas. He's a fun creep. I
He
like him.
is.
He is. He's a charismatic creep.
I constantly like the idea of like Io slowly falling apart mentally.
She's not doing good, but she's trying.
Yeah, it's just like I have to have control because shit be bad, and just she realizes that she can't. Just trying, basically, she's den mom, right?
Yeah.
And
She's just-
I was a big fan of Dahlia coping with the loss, the final loss of her sister, because there was some glimmer of hope just kind of smashed in front of her face, and
Literally.
and dying. Yeah.
And yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, she had to deal with some shit.
I like Fringe's revelations becoming more involved with his god. Although I do find great amusement as a DM because of the gig plot thread and how Frungi is a creator as well, and how they have such different views at this point in their lives.
Do you think Frungi's gonna turn into Gig?
I don't think so. I think of the people most likely to turn like gig or 2 gig is actually IO.
I know. Yeah, because the people are like slowly breaking her. She's doing fine.
Other thoughts. It was a role play heavy session, which was good.
It was.
There's an on-off bit for that, since I believe next session you're going to be very heavy into one of your trials, which is like a dungeon.
I mean, if you want my feedback on that, I loved it. It was a great roleplay session, but I'm not sure what you planned for the session. You you took the card idea, but the big difference between how you and I do it is I pick a random person at the start of the game to pick a card, and you gave a card to everyone. And I feel like it might have dominated a bit too much. Like all the players spent time doing it, and I'm not entirely sure what else you planned. And it was fun. It was a fun session, and it was fun to hear everybody talk and roleplay and everything. I don't know how much you actually achieved, so to say.
So
So this is great for one session, but if you're going to do the same thing next session, hand everybody cards again, then I feel like it might be in danger of stagnating the campaign. If you catch my drift.
I do catch a drift. And the idea with that one is we're going to use the cards very, very differently. We'll give it like 3 or 4 runs for it, but the idea of stacking it so it comes out organically. We used to have a few different mechanisms for getting people story ideas, like the underdog. The person that was very quiet, didn't get to contribute, would get to throw in something to make it interesting. Farron, for example, got a bird. That got him re-engaged. We're going to use that to revite it. But as far as like what was planned, they got about 2/3 across, which is about right.
Oh, okay.
Given the, I'd say, the added content of trying to target the side missions. Yeah. The other thing that was targeted is actually getting to the trial, but the role playing this is too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to have it like a TV series episode where each episode kind of has to focus on one player.
Well,
kind of for viewers, so it doesn't shift constantly and throws too much information in your face in one session. Well, that's the only thing. That's just from an outside observer experience. But I loved it. It was really great. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I just loved Nas the entire time. I like Nas.
Nas, yeah, he's an awesome player.
Yeah, Nas is great. Yeah, he should sit further away from his camera, but other than that, he's great.
He's using his phone. Yeah.
He uses the phone. Yeah. Nas and Orion both have I am a high schooler setup, which is fine. So they use their, well, at least Nas uses his phone. For the whole entire last season, he didn't use his phone, so he's really upped his video game at least. He's only doing that for us. No.
Yeah, I think the goal is eventually to get Nas a computer that lets him do Roll20 and show his video at the same time. One day.
Also, I don't know if I already if we already talked about this. I think maybe you said your computer had trouble handling it, but it could be an interesting idea. Well, I mean, your computer. It could be an interesting idea to. What I do is I have 2 instances of Roll20 open. And one of the instances I join as a player.
Interesting.
And with all the player characters. You know, you set control to the player.
Yep.
And then as a GM, you can also control them if you're in GM mode, right? Yep. But if you, I also set them to have me, specifically set me as a player of each player character.
Interesting.
So each player character is controlled by the person controlling it, and by me. And then when I rejoin as a player, you see the view from all the player characters. So you get a view from all the player characters, and that's what I broadcast. So they don't see the GM side of things. The broadcast, the people viewing the stream see the view from all 5 of the player characters.
Interesting.
And that's the one I record, and then the instance, the separate window, Roll20 window, where I am playing as a GM, I don't broadcast.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So
yeah, I like
to give a better point of view for the viewers.
Yeah, I like transparency of being behind the DM screen. Like same thing with the whispers.
It could be fun, but I also kind of, for my players, want to keep the illusion of, because they also like watching the stream and watching back the recordings and hang out on Twitch. So, be kind of fun if they didn't see what was behind the screens.
Yeah. There's the suspense and the mystery behind it.
Yeah, and I reckon some viewers might want that too. They want to see it from the. They want to be in the same suspense as the players. If they can see the monster token that's behind the line of sight wall, that is sitting there, that kind of removes the suspense.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's how I broadcast it from all the players' point of view and not the GM's point of view.
Interesting. Okay. Getting tired?
Yeah.
Is that the yawn of needs the food?
Feed me.
The casual sleep and food yawn of life.
Did you want to do a Sonic run? It is 7:38.
Yeah. Well, we just had Sonic for breakfast, didn't we?
That is true. Yeah. We can get. It's not Sunday. We can do Chick-fil-A.
It's not Sunday. You are correct. We can do Chick-fil-A.
Get some chicken.
Why can you not do that on Sunday?
They're closed on Sundays. It's the worst because you're always wanting Chick-fil-A on Sundays. You're like, God damn it.
But they don't.
Because they're super Christian, the owners, so they close on Sundays.
There's bankers hours and there's Chick-fil-A hours.
They almost coincide.
Mm-hmm.
Except Chick-fil-A's open more.
Is it really though? If you calculate all the hours, because I mean, how long is the banks open on a Saturday versus Chick-fil-A?
9 to 1, so only 4 hours.
Versus Chick-fil-A,
which is like all day.
Right.
Yeah, no, they went on hours, and we're not open on Sundays. They're not open on Sundays.
Yep, I think Chick-fil-A is open more.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A wins.
Yep, as they do
competition of
with their waffle. I mean, if we're going with weird hours of operations, yes, Please sponsor us, Chick-fil-A, so I can get some of that delicious waffle fry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's sponsorship.
That's right. That's right. Get partner with Chick-fil-A. No, actually, a hard pass on that now I think about it.
Is that the next? Yeah, that. While they do have delicious food, that Chick-fil-A has its own connotations with it.
Yeah.
I almost convinced my friend over at the liquor store, Arhor'ha store, to sponsor me. He would be cool with that. But the problem is that Twitch doesn't allow. It's against the Twitch term service to have alcohol sponsorship.
Unofficial sponsor.
Unofficial sponsor.
Yeah, it's like you just
send me 3 bottles of whiskey.
I'm about to say you just have to be drinking it while on cam. It's like, yeah. What are you drinking? Well, I can't really say because of Twitch policy.
I'm drinking this bottle. 12-year-old malt.
That's a character, of course.
You could get it at, among other stores, calling
We should go to like Vineyard to be like, do you want to sponsor us? We will drink your wine.
Oh yeah, Elk Run. I will absolutely sponsor some of that fucking ice wine.
Oh god, they're so good.
Wow. Like, what are you drinking? Just nothing. It's just ice wine. From where? I don't know. I can't really say. It's Elk Run Vineyards. Yeah, you could get down there.
If you want more information, look at our Facebook page. We've written out exactly where we got this ice wine from. So it's not technically through Twitch. Like.
That's true. There's so many ways of getting around that. Yeah.
All day, every day. Are you talking to me or to the cat?
I'm talking mostly to you.
Okay, like they're both about the same size.
Kent Zone Star.
Say it's a communication, dude. Yeah.
Woo.
What about him?
Woo.
What about Kent?
Oh, you just said woo in chat.
Huh? What?
Kent,
what?
Check the Buckland chat. Still exists.
Oh.
He said woo. Woo! Look,
Okay.
fuck to speech, okay? Just chat room. Anywho, you want to get good food? Want to get some
Yes,
Chick-fil-A?
please.
Now that we're talking about it a lot, now I'm getting super fucking hungry.
Yeah, now I want Chick-fil-A.
All right.
No, I'm getting hungry.
Right? All right.